Today, I'll be playing some Griftlands. Seen a friend play some of this, not quite all of it. And plus now it's in full release, so there's definitely going to be stuff I don't know. But I had to pick it up because it's fun. Sal Derek the Bounty Hunter, an upcomer looking to make her mark on the world. The new run of Hunting Casio. Sal escapes a life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. So we have Negotiation Deck, for those of you who are not aware of what this game is. This is a deck-building roguelite narrative-driven game, which is different. So you have your negotiation deck. When you get into arguments or you're trying to talk people into stuff, you have to actually play a card game to win the negotiation. And then, of course, then you have the battle deck when you have the turn-based Slay the Spire-esque battle system. There are also perks. I don't know about outfits or prestige, and I don't need to do anything custom because this is the first time we're playing it. Let's start at level 1. I've played the game sort of vicariously through friends.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends.
Why do bounty hunters never have friends? It's like the threat of turning people in for money drives people away or something.
10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals. Criminals like Casio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Casio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say. Your first stop is a dive called the Grog and Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
At first sniff, the Grog and Dog smells like stale hops and dried blood. Oh well, look what the tide dredged up. Psh, by the Holy Bride, I'd tear up if I weren't dead inside. That's damn good to see you looking well. You have a plan to get on your feet? Oh, I almost thought that was like an exclamation, but no. This is Psh. That's her name. Psh, the Jake's bartender. Time hasn't been kind to Psh, but then it hasn't been kind to you either. I do. That bounty on Casio. How do we... The Sparks Baron Freelancer. Casio hates you. She betrayed your family and now views you as a threat. Forget it. You might have grown up strong, but you ain't that strong. That's not gonna stop you from trying, is it? You want a chance at surviving this, you better make yourself some friends fast. I can help you with that. Knew I could count on you. Ask about Havaria. Let me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Havaria, a largely unsettled continent on the western side of the Heshian Sea. Chat disconnected. Let's try that again. There we go. It's dirty and broken, like always. Debt broken was bad when you were a kid. It's worse now. Half the population is indentured, and them that hold contracts sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't the half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex, and they're the Deltrian military force occupying Murder Bay. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens. It's the most powerful nation in the world, located on the mainland across the sea, with papers and everything. In Havaria? You're joking. They say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now anyone with a hand in labor contacts is real honoring from the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. I can. What about the annex? The annex can't be a popular move. Most come here to get away from the Admiralty. It ain't. Both the spree and the culture in arms about it. What's a spree? A loosely organized collection of bandits, crime rings, and legal debt holders. And the cult of Hesh, the dominant religion in Havaria, whose adherents worship Hesh, an abyssal jellyfish god in the sea. The spree because they're criminals, the cult because they profit off of labor and more than anybody. You don't need to tell me that. The cult's holding a big shindig in a few days, their usual wheeling and dealing in the name of the device. Word is, the Admiralty's going to use it to make their proposition mandatory citizenship. It's going to need to be a mighty good pitch to convince the cult. I wouldn't put it past the spree to set fire to the whole affair if they can. Cast a dour eye over the bar, like it's a garden on the near side of winter. Suffice it to say, kid, tensions are real high. You'd be smart to keep your head down instead of looking for trouble. Ask about, what do I owe you for this? A cut of my taking? Hesh, no! Hesh, the cult's god of the dark abyss. Believed to live deep under the ocean. No, I left my bounty hunting days behind me. I owed your parents once. I don't like leaving debts unsettled, even the dead folk. They were decent people, Sal Fallon. Watch you don't end up like them. You know, even when you pay off the debts, the Derrick still owns your name. I'm an Ick Derrick now, or so they tell me. The Derricks, both the offshore lumen platform and the indentured laborers who work there. And Ick Derrick, the surname given to all indentured workers, co-signed to the cult's offshore, consigned to the cult's offshore lumen Derricks. Yeah, that's some messed up bladder rack, though. Yeah, ask what cash. You lined up work for me real fast. You some kind of mover here? Nah, I just know people. People know me. You don't need to go after Cascio, kid. I have enough work to keep you busy. Spent my childhood in a lumen pipe because of her. What's a lumen pipe? A biofuel harvested from the ocean floor, monopolized by cult of passion, harvested by indentured servants. Now she's worth more money than either of us can count, and she's more dangerous than either of us can figure. You go after her and she'll clap back with a knife for each kid. I may have extras to spare, but you only got 2. I worked off a lifetime's debt in 10 years just so I could get back here and settle the score. If you were my friend, you wouldn't be telling me to drop it. Ah, Hesh, that ain't what I meant. You know it ain't. I'll give you a roof, a bed, and at least one good meal a day. You live your life the way you want. It's yours. I'll pay you back. I know. Let's get you to work. Got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. A Longway, Juke, and Durno. They're easy to find. A Jake smuggler, a Jake stockhand, and a spree raider. Tell them I sent you, and they can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll get you a plate of popped Oshnu eyes on the house. An Oshnu is a domesticated giant snail used for food, transport, and entertainment. That's versatile. Bless your warty hide. I'll hold you to that. Alright. So now, I get to choose. Juke's business partner, Orug, has gone missing with the buyer's money. Find Orug and complete the sale before the buyer gets angry. I will restore 30 health or 15 resolve. I get 60 shills. Don't need healing, so it's not really, This one's just a bunch of money. Along, we need you to safely escort one of his smugglers to the buyer. This will be a battle for lots of gold. Durno lent Brill 114 shills. Retrieve the money if you can, or make an example of Brill to make Durno happy. I would get to remove a card and get 60 shills. I don't know if I'm ready to start removing cards yet. I'm old, but you know what? Let's just take that one. It's the most money. That should be the best start right now. Here's Durno. Good bandits are hard to come by. Fortunately, there's Durno. Another day in the feud. Alright, that's the... You have a feeling you once lost a job to this guy, but that might have been a different along. You hadn't heard he'd changed work. Didn't think my day would involve grifter dealing. And then what is this? This is the proprietor. Trina's fiery temper is matched only by the explosive mixture she enjoys doing. I can buy cards. Do I have any money? I have 75 money. There's a vial of slurry. Gain an action. But if I use it 3 times, it's gone forever. It's real strong, but it's very temporary. All of these are very temporary. 6 mending. At the end of turn, heal an amount equal to mending, reduce mending by 1. So this is just health regen for like 6 rounds. Add 2 copies of Hasten. Hasten is gain an action, expend, and replenish. They're not terrible, but not what I want to spend money on right now. What was... so... On the other hand, removing a card actually could be... No, we'll go with the higher money for now. Heard you have need of a hunter. You heard right. I got a big delivery today that's gonna make my courier the target of every bandit in Murder Bay. The small patch of coastland in Havaria where the Deltrian Admiralty has established an outpost. So I want you to go with him and keep him and the delivery nice and safe. Alright. Pick a card to help on the quest. Accept. So, I get to choose one battle card. Lacerate. Apply 4 bleed. At the beginning of their turn, take damage equal to the count of bleed, then halve the bleed count. Oh, okay. So it's a dot to stack. Improvised attack card from your draw pile. That card deals +4 damage until played. Improvise. Choose one of 3 cards to put into your hand. Okay. Projector. Ability. Any attack card you improvise deal 3 bonus damage until played. So this is a permanent ability. Or it's an ability, once you play the card, you have that ability active for the rest of the fight. But that's combos with this card. Let's just do the bleed for now. You got it. Comes to it, the courier's worth more to me than delivery. But the client probably won't agree. So, good luck. Alright. So here we go. Uh-oh. Something is happening. Someone dressed an awful lot like a shopkeeper stopped you in your tracks. Shell, the civilian downtrodden merchant. She pulls a knife out of the front pocket of her work apron and raves it like a bundle of burning sage. Alright, sludge sucker, hand over all you got. Don't make me use this. I'm not even sure she knows how. Is this a holdup? Yes! Really? Got a knife, don't I? We're alone in the wilderness, ain't we? What's so hard to get? Oh, it's just that I'm a well-equipped bounty hunter and you're... I'm your worst nightmare, don't doubt that for a second. Yeah, sure. Do I hand over all my money? Do I offer her a job? Do I scare her away? Opponent has +10 resolve. Shell is done, alright? She is, and she will dislike me if I do this. If I defend myself, she will not dislike me, apparently. Well, I'll defend myself. Remember, you brought this on yourself. Only thing getting brought is pain. By me! To you! You'll see what money can buy. Battle tutorial. You're about to fight for the first time. Would you like to see a quick tutorial? No, I already know how to do this. Alright, so. Let's see. She's gonna hit me for 6 damage right now. So we can block twice. I will go for the guaranteed 3 damage. And I will end my turn. Alright, so she did nothing. She is going to apply a status effect to me. I'm gonna fight dirty. What does impair? That won't work for me. I'm just gonna take scrounge. We'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. Here we go. I'm gonna lacerate. And then I'm gonna... What does this one do? I don't have any combo. Let's add up more bleed. Why not? 2 more damage into it. So now she's bleeding real hard. Alright. I will not back down. Alright, so she's buffing herself. So she does 1 more damage now. She's gonna do more buffs. Let's keep at it. We're just gonna keep stacking bleed, I guess. Another elbow strike, a stab. Take another 7 damage. She tried to buff. She buffed her attack again. Now she's attacking me for 7 damage. Let's see. She will panic after receiving 22 more damage. So I get her down. You don't have to kill people in fights. If you do kill people, you get a specific loot off of them. But then everyone that they're friends with will hate you, which can come into play in other things. So you have to decide sometimes when not to kill people. Sometimes it's a bad idea. But for now, we're just going to block that damage. And we'll keep putting up bleed. Alright, she still hasn't hurt me yet. She's going to buff again. We're going to hit her with another elbow strike, because if I use it 2 more times, it levels up. Which is nice. We're going to hit her with a stab, and we're going to use the daggers and put a little bit more bleed. Alright, she's at +3 power. She does 8 damage. Now, I'm fatigued because I've reloaded my deck too much, which means I can't level up my cards. Because every time you play a card, they get experience. And when you fill up those dots, you get to pick them up. This is like Slay the Spire with more story and dialogue combat. Pretty much the fastest way you could have described it right there. So the fights are very Slay the Spire-esque, but you also have Negotiations, which uses a different combat deck and has different rules. And you still get like items and buffs and build the deck around stuff. She's going to panic this turn. So I may as well just end it there. And so I could either choose to kill her, or I can accept her surrender, which I'm going to go ahead and let her surrender. She seems like she's not having a great time. Let's see. Ooh, it's a 0 cost 5 damage, but I only get to use it once a fight. What is ambush? Automatically at the start of battle? Every time? Temporary power isn't terrible either. Spend all your combo. Combo. Gain 1 counter per combo. Finisher. Interesting. It is very interesting. It is presently on sale, and it just came out of early access. This is my first time actually playing it myself. I've only played it through watching a friend, but I'm actually super into it. And I saw it came out, and I was like, I gotta get it now. Come on now, this has gone on long enough. What's your deal, anyway? I'm so deep in debt, I don't know if I'll ever see the sky. My debt broker's threatening to sell me to the Derrick. Only way to survive here in the bay is to swim with the sharks. If you want to swim with sharks, you need to be smarter. Maybe get a friend to watch your back, yeah? Go on, get out of here. Go where? Shell doesn't seem to expect an answer. She hovels off in the wilderness. But Shell now likes me. So that could come back into play later if I come into contact with Shell again. Alright. Most Jirackles struggle to get the respect they deserve, so it says a lot that folks speak Tlok's name like he's one to watch out for. And not because it's just really hard to say Tlok's name in the first place. You are the escort. Hope you're sturdy. The last one only made it a week. Encouraging words. I'm sure we'll be fine. We're ready to go. Let's get going. Now Tlok has joined my party for this quest. And we have to get him over here, but something, of course, happened. Listen up, Grifter. We don't care about you. We just want the package. Why would I give it to you? What are they paying you? I guarantee you. Guarantee we'll pay more. How does 68 shills? I could pay her to back off. I could just fight her. Or I could just kill her. Or I could kill my escort guy and take the money. I'm gonna not do that. How many shills? 20? I've got 75. I want to do the negotiation just because I haven't done one yet. Show that off too. But I pay you instead. You just forget about that. You have that bag of shills, and I'll tell you if it's heavy enough. Listen to this, Grifter. Alright, so he's a buddy, so since I had a buddy with me, he would have either helped me in combat, or he gives me a buff in negotiation. Don't need the tutorial. So, the way it goes is they're flustered. This reduces damage by 33%, but they lose a stack at the end of every turn. Their intent is to deal 1 damage to my main argument. To win, you have to defeat the main argument. The core argument always has something to it, such as this one, Short Fuse. Whenever I shuffle my deck, they gain an Impatience, which they get +1 damage. And +1 defense on stuff. So I don't want to drag it out for too long. Composure is defense, alright. So I'm currently taking 1 damage. I'm gonna gain inspiration. Alright, and so now all of my green cards will deal their maximum damage. But I'm gonna go ahead and block just to not take any damage. And then I'll hit for 3 right here. Yeah. And we'll end turn. Practice holding out for a better argument. Let's see, while I still have influence, they're trying to kill my influence, and if they're going to overkill it, because it's only got 2 health and dealing 3 damage, Any overkill damage on a bonus argument will go to your core argument. So that's something to think about having to block. Coincidentally, we'll just block it. Then I'll hit her with a fast talk. And then I'll improvise, let's see, Incept 1 Flustered. So this adds to the enemy's deck. Reduces damage. Oh, that's the thing I already gave. Okay. Draw 2 cards and expend... Well, I guess we'll just put in some Flustered, because... nothing else would have mattered right there. Why are we still talking? Alright. Escalation. When a hostility card is played, increase stacks by 1 and gain 2 resolve. Adds +1 damage to all intents. Alright, so now this has health. This is a thing I can get rid of to make her lose that buff. Which may not be a terrible idea. Let's see. Let's just block. Yeah. Alright, what is this? Impatience. Oh, okay, I've already had to reshuffle once. So short decks are actually a problem with people that have this particular argument type. So that'll block that, and this will block all that damage. So unfortunately, playing it slow is not helping me with this particular person. They're even more impatient. They're going to hit even harder now. I think I just want to rush it down. This will get her to 1 health left. I'm going to eat a hit here. Yeah, I take 4, so I took 3 over my 1 free block that I got. But now, all I have to do is hit it, and we're good. And now I get to pick a card. I like using the influence. The green decks with this girl are usually the ones that when I was playing with my friend, those had the best success for me. I've not seen a red deck build or a purple grouping, but I'm going to take Intrigue because I like to use the influence. Fine, but don't think we couldn't take it if we wanted to. So it cost me 20 money, and I took 3 damage to my negotiation HP. What can I help you with? Cash, the civilian wealthy merchant. Along me, sirs. We have a delivery. Thought that might be it. Can't be too careful. Schlock hands the package to Cash, who responds with a sack of jingling shells in return. Do I extort him for more money? Yes. Of course, the roads are dangerous out there. Extra precautions and so there's going to be a transportation fee. Oh yeah? How much would that be? Well, since you're a loyal customer, you get a preferred 40 shills. Because we like you. There's only one way this can go. Alright, so what is this? Add a kickback card to your draw pile at the end of Cash's turn. So kickbacks, I can basically, this one's an interesting one too. So this guy keeps giving you cards in your deck that start piling up. They don't cost you an action to play, and they do damage to him, but they require you to pay him money. So you can technically just bribe your way through these fights if you can afford it. So we're going to get our influence here, and then I can spend 1 of it to deal double damage, which is nice. Okay, and then I get this freaking card in my deck, and there it is. We'll block with this other blocking card that's got more XP. Then I will fast talk him. And we'll threaten him. End turn. Yes, don't show that again, please. He clearly wants this conversation to end. What's he doing up here? Bounty. When destroyed, Sal gains draw 1 extra card. So if I can kill this, I get a buff. That's cool. We'll go ahead and do that, in fact. And then we're gonna We're gonna block this. And then we'll pull Observation, because I will do max damage with it, because of the influence. Alright, and he didn't kill that. And then he gives me another yellow card. Oh, I win! Huzzah! Didn't even take damage. Beautiful. Gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it. Remove target argument's composure. This card destroys an argument, gain 1 dominance. Dominance is powerful, but you have to keep it stacked, though. Because it goes away. Let's keep going with the greens. I like my green combos. For all, how often do you get service with a smile in the Griftlands, huh? Easy to smile when you're serving it with a grift, more or less. Alright, I'll pay it. But tell Longme this is the last time I pay any hidden fees. Gladly, I'll deliver the message for free. Pocket the extra cash, still smiling as you leave. Huzzah! Thanks for your help today, Sal. You get paid 55 shields. Alright, we got a good bunch of money now. And Longme now likes us. Ah yes, if you ever get people to love you, they give you passives. But when people hate you, you get negative passives. I forgot about that. Whenever removing a debuff, heal 5 health. That's not terrible, but not enough that I want to give him all my money for it. Still selling the same cards. Yeah. Alright, let's back to the map. Limited time opportunities. I can either loot a desolate battlefield. My friend Shell has a gift to give me. Ooh, Liquid Courage. That's a really good temporary card for me, for my combo that I'm already building. But I don't... The temporary cards are a hard sell for me sometimes. So let's see. You come across the signs of a recent battle. There weren't any winners. They weren't the type to loot the battlefield. Bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before any beasts are drawn. Combat Gauze, a Vrock Whistle, or a Recycler. A Battle Graft. That can be a really good one. But it also says it'll make me vulnerable. Let's go for the Vrock Whistle. Well, here we go. Still had to fight anyway. Alright, Wild Yotes. Now, wild animals you can kill even if they don't run away because people don't like them since they're just wild animals. They don't have social networks to deal with. Well, we'll open up with my free attack because why would I not? Wasted time with that, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think I need to summon my buddy for this here. I can save that card for now. Bristle. 3 stacks of power, and he's gonna hit me twice. I can't even block it all. How much more health do I need to do here? 10 more damage. I might be able to do 10 more damage. No, I think I blocked. And I only take 1 at least. Level up Stealth Daggers. Get some more bleed on them. fight dirty. What is this? Ah, I should have done that first. Alright, they're making me bleed. So it's gonna run away if I don't kill it. But I killed it. No, I made it run away faster. Alright. Not terrible, I didn't take too much damage. Discard a card, attack a random enemy. Gain a power. Discard 2 cards to attack a random enemy. I think I like that one. Let's go with Bedlam. Battle upgrade. Elbow Strike has leveled up. So I can either make it so this card gets removed permanently the next time I play it, or spend up to 3 combo to deal 2 bonus damage per combo spent. So I guess we're making it a finishing strike. I still need to get away to... hey, I got my resolve back. Bodies are growing ripe and more scavengers sure to be on their way. Best to cut while you're ahead. Alright. So now we have what, 3 quests? An easy one worth some money. An easy one worth some money in removing a card. Or a hard one for a graft. We're going to go for the graft, because I just passed one up already, and they're really strong. You're approached by a member of the cult, fire of conviction burning brightly in his eyes.
Yes,
You have rejected the indifference of the mighty Hesh! You must pay for your impudence. Drop the name of a friendly cult member? I have no friends in the cult, damn. So I either pay him 25 bucks, or convince him that I'm faithful to Hesh. Or I fight... Holy shit, he's got a 5-star freaking knight with him. We're gonna talk to rejected Hesh. Me? I'm shocked. Shocked that you would make such a claim. Alright, what do we got here? If his removed or destroyed his other arguments, I'll gain a resolve. Okay. He's not attacking. So let's gain my influence. Deploy bait. Let's go with bait. I like bait. Nice little taunting thing. Insulted Acolyte of Hesh. Target all opponent's arguments each turn for 1 to 2 damage. Add 1 resolve and shield to a friendly argument at the start of his turn. I don't like any of that. Let's get rid of that. Alright. Oh, it's healing. That's gotta go too. All of this has to go. As long as I keep bopping all of his things, he doesn't seem to attack on his own. What is this? When destroyed, restore 2 resolve for every opponent argument. Wait. So I don't want to break that, right? It's not attacking me this turn. What do we have? More damage? Yes, please. I'll just win here. Alright, let's see. All reds. Damage of the next card played this turn is doubled. That's real good. Evoke. Once per turn, play this card for free from wherever it is with the specified requirement. I have to play 4 hostility cards at a single turn. So if I was going with a red deck, then this would be better for me. But I think Evil Eye actually still works for me. Let's go with that. And we leveled up Fast Talk. Well, we don't want it to go away forever. So let's just do that. Now it also gives me defense. So, I have misjudged you, sister. May Hesh's wrath fall upon your enemies before it falls upon you. Huzzah. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Who has the quest? The Hessians say good food brings you closer to the divide. Koki can be a priest. Koki nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, that's a start. I could buy food, which does a bunch of cool stuff, but is expensive. And is temporary. Hesh doesn't expect much from his followers, but Pow clearly strives to exceed expectations. Here we are. Are you looking for some muscle? Tell me, do you walk in the shadows? I walk where I walk. Listen, if this is going to turn into a sermon, suppose you'll say that's not what I'm paying you for. You haven't paid me anything, yes. You got the shills, I'll do what you need done. Just don't expect me to believe in it. Perhaps that's all one can expect in these trying times. Delena, Cult of Hesh Priest, has been telling lies about Hesh. People are listening. I need your help talking some sense into it. Alright. So what do we got? Battle cards. Zigzag. Improvise a card from your draw pile, which I get to choose one of 3 cards from my draw pile. Speech 100, right? Gain 3 defense if it's a maneuver. Apply 1 wound to a random enemy if it's an attack. Interesting. So I can either use it as a block to add on a block or a wound. Okay. Attack a random enemy to apply a wound. Attack a random... I'm gonna go with Wild Lunch. We'll take it. Fine, I'll do it. For the money. Good, I know where Delena is holding you. I'll take you there. You back me up while I talk some sense. We're just gonna talk? We can. If that fails, well, I assume you're wrong. Thought priests could only die by drowning. If Delena can't be turned, then he is drowned already. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Alright. Here we go. Didn't even run into anything on the way. Find Delena addressing a crowd of onlookers. The cult would have you believe Hesh is a loveless being, creature of will and power alone. But does Hesh not make its presence felt in all our lives? And is that not in itself an act of love? The noise from the crowd suggests Delena has given them something to think about. Pow pulls you aside. These are not Hesh's teachings, Spit! You must stop him at once! Alright. You make your way to the front of the crowd. Yes, I can see from your face that you have questions. I may contradict Delena. Or do I sucker punch Delena? The crowd is apparently on his side. This will be a difficult negotiation. Hesh is loving. What's up with the derricks? The derricks, child. Lumen is a gift. It brings light into the shadow. Right, but the folks who plummet don't exactly get a say, do they? I was sold to the derricks when I was a kid. Hesh will support the rightful endeavor. Who are you trying to kid? This one's not trustworthy. Who are you trying to kid? Heckler. Leisha is sabotaging me. Increase Delena's damage by 1. All the same? Okay, so they all make him do more damage. Prayer of Hesh. Heals me per turn. Alright, that's the one that I had before. Let's get my inspiration rolling. I want to kill these extra things back here. There we go. Ooh, lots of things. Alright. Okay. What's the stupid attack argument back up? Let's get rid of it again. Nothing's attacking me, alright. Got the full 4, very nice. Get rid of that. You're just hitting real hard, huh? This will save that argument from dying. Now what does this do for me? I'll just get a little bit of free damage. Alright, alright. Ooh, still bad. I need to get rid of this thing, man. I also gotta get rid of that self-healing thing. It's also just adding health to things like crazy. Ooh, come on, give me that 4. That was a 1. Stick that in there. Block just to get some XP on the card. I gotta kill these 2 things real bad. Okay, I gotta gain influence. Because I'm about to spend the crap out of it. Alright, if I can kill this thing, then his health will stop healing. He's getting impatient because I've had to freaking re-roll so many times. It's attacking me pretty hard here. Get rid of that. Block what I can. And add some more influence. Flares persist between plus 1 times card damage dealt. Interesting. I don't remember having this super negotiation flourish thing. Draw 2 cards. Give me an inspiration. Getting fatigued, I can't gain XP anymore. So now, we just roll damage as hard as we can. I should be able to burn him down now that I've gotten rid of all of his house. I say as he immediately throws out a massive AoE damage thing. See, can I do 14 damage right now? What if I do this? Sure. Alright, that got rid of some stuff. Damn, he's gonna hit me real hard. That hurt. Oh, if I kill that, I get the healing. So I did want to get rid of it. Oh, I can't cancel it, damn. He's gonna kill my influence. He's hitting me so hard right now. Oh, ah. Alright, more damage. There we go, guarantee the max damage for the 6, and I win. That one was a little rough, damn. That took way too long. Draw 3 cards. improvise a card that costs 0 for my discard pile. I need to add a 0 cost, but I like this one. Let's see. Draw a card. I like that. Gain an influence. I like that even more. Hesh doesn't task us with anything we're not strong enough to handle. Tell that to the old-timers who are going to die out before they work off their debts. Soft mumbling in the crowd has turned into something more like indigestion. The preacher has lost his hold on the audience and they begin to disperse. Come with me, Delena. We have a lot to talk about. How? I told you not to follow me. This is the path Hesh has set for me. You think Hesh wants you hanged for heresy? Well, who am I to deny you? We'll see what Hesh truly intends for me. Surprisingly, the preacher lashes out. Guess it's a fight or nothing. I have to fight him anyway. He's over here looking like a badass. Holy shit. Interesting. All panic meters increase by 1 upon this fighter's death. This amount increases by 2 every turn. Alright. Well, let's see what we got. First of all, it's free and we're using it, so we're using it. Let's see. Yeah, sure. Wound him first. Should have started with that, now that I think about it. And we'll hit him just to make him bleed. We're saving the dog. Fight dirty. Here we go, gain 2 combo. Oh, he's gonna die now. She straight up killed him. Well. Reckless swing, 5 damage, but discard a card. Or more silent steel. I like silent steel. Well, we get this thing because he died, I guess. I got some money. Well done, Grifter. I'm glad you were able to discredit him before the bloodshed. It's unfortunate that Delena had to die, but at least he didn't play the martyr. May you walk in the shadows, Grifter, even if you prefer your flotsam life. 80 shills. And now I get to pick one of these thingies. They're all negotiation things. Whenever you shuffle your deck, deal 3 damage to a random argument. That could be good. Draw an extra card per turn. Also could be good. Start of each negotiation, insert a conductor card into your hand that redirects opponent's intent. Force all enemy intents and arguments to a specific argument. This turn, expend sticky. Let's see. I reshuffle a lot. Let's go with Pocket Paw. That'll help me out on these longer ones. Alright, limited time opportunities. So I either get Liquid Courage from a long way. I could strengthen my resolve. Does that mean max or just heal? Increase max, but lose 20. Meditate on the nature of meditation. You know what, let's do that. Finish session exhausted, but you learn a thing or two about your own insignificance. So I lost 20 resolve, but I gained 5 max. So the next time I heal myself, I will be better off. Fish has a special job for me. Let's go check that out. Fish greet you enthusiastically. Sal, I've lined up a great opportunity for you. Those 2 over there are night merchants. They sell rare goods you can't get nowhere else. It just so happens they need your help. You can only be in one place at a time, but either will get you a leg up I'm sorely need. Go tell them I sent you. Ingratiate. Just be warned, they're both persnickety so-and-sos. You'll probably get a cheese off the one you don't pick. Huh, sounds neat. Thanks, Fish. So either Rake or Frolic of the Beasts. Needs your help trafficking an elusive beast. Needs help getting a loan extension. Some people keep pets. Frolic keeps battle steeds. That immediately makes me want his help more. I want to get pets. I'll ask you what you're lurking through the feud at night, but then you might ask me the same. Psh, says you got work? You're the grifter she was talking so high. Tell me, are you good with animals? Depends on the animal, I suppose. What I'm concerned with is a bit more exotic than you're probably used to. There's a Grocket. Deadly dog beast known for its uncanny camouflage, loose in Murder Bay, and I intend to catch it. I just need the right bait. What kind of bait? Well... Oh. I see. It's building a nest nearby. It won't take too long. Ask about the grockets. What is a grocket exactly? The good news is that it's an herbivore. So it's not dangerous? Oh no, it's deadly. It weighs 3 tons and has a penchant for belly flopping. Anything it sees as a threat. It'll kill you. It just won't eat you after. I'll do it. Great, I know where it's trying to build its nest. It'll be looking for tough, stringy materials. Hold up. Keep your sinews where they belong and you'll be fine. Seems your conversation was overheard. Rakes it. You're gonna help Frolic of the Beasts instead of me? You know who I am? I'm very important. Folks who say so usually aren't. Frolic of the Beasts, aren't you? Alright, so we pissed off that one. Now we probably don't have to negotiate with the animals. Can you smell that? It smells like cabbage flatulence and old leather. Grocket, ain't no doubt. We've got the advantage of being downwind, so let's not squander. Now you're the bait, mine, so you're in charge of sending it my way. Where are you going? Over yonder, hiding in the bushes. Should we try to flank it? Maybe. Nah, too dangerous for me. I ain't paying you to take issue with my strategy. You're gonna be a baby, but I'll have some crackers. They might help. Let's see. Increase the target's panic meter by damage. I'll take one. I bet let's see if he... Remember, don't kill it. Soon enough the grocket comes lumbering by. You wave your gangly limbs from side to side. Only look tough. Oh, he farts for brains. You want some of this? How you gonna have babies? You can't even provide a home. Hard to tell if the grocket is angry, but at least it seems your taunt was super effective. Alright, so I can't kill it, and it's gonna buff itself. Well, Silent Steel, followed by Silent Steel. What has it got here? Ignore any non-piercing damage less than or equal to 4. Remove 1 stack when attacked. Temper, remove 1 stack when you plan an attack card targeting the grocket. And remove the grocket will pair a dangerous attack. Ew. I can heal, huzzah. It's attacking me for 8 damage. I gotta do 90 more damage. This is dangerous. Alright. Alright, more damage. Ugh. I'm gonna get hurt doing this one. Let's call out the pet. It's time. We'll also make it bleed. And we'll block some more. And then I'll fight dirty. And make it do less damage. There we go. Alright. Let's see. More bleeding. More bleeding. Fight dirty. Wound. Should have started with that, apparently. Exposed belly. What does that mean? All attacks do double damage. Ew. Oh my. $22 damage. And now I'm gonna block. Because if I intern here, the dog's gonna make it panic and it won't attack anyway. Yes. Backstab. The card is improvised, double damage. Deal bonus damage equal to twice the cost of your hand. Interesting. Draw a card that costs 0 until played. I don't know that I want any of those right now. Drive the grocket toward Frolic of the Beast. It flees into the bushes. Sounds of a scuffle, punctured by the occasional squawk, give way to sudden silence. Frolic of the Beast joins you in the clearing, dragging a tattered. You alright? Did it get away? It did. Magnificent creature, that Grocket. All resilience and odor, absolutely no weakness whatsoever. You can only hope to grow stronger and catch it next time. You're strangely okay with this. You didn't let it get away, did you? Oh, of course not. But Grocket has eluded me for months. Pretty thrilling having a worthy rival. We best move on. You've earned your pay and your reward. I should have taken all 3 of the cracklers, apparently. This is the market. How we keep the prices low and the admiralty off our backs. Take a look around. I'm here in the market for a furry little friend I can hook you. He will now like me and offers me discounts at his shop. But where is he? Oh, he's up here. Hello there, Sal. Have you come back to partake in the splendor of nature? So, Gasket and Volcron. And cards. What does he have for cards? More temporary crap. Ooh, I don't like that one. Thing reeks of lumen. It sure does. That's a lumicite. The cult harvests them as larvae from the Hessian Sea and force feeds them lumen as they grow. Makes them mean and tough. 187 shills. Yeah, I'll take it. Try not to break it, alright. I could upgrade it. Upgrading the pet makes it stronger in battle, but does not train it. Interesting. Oh, I'd see you again. Nothing quite as thrilling as the taste of your own blood in your mouth. I can think of a few things. You say that, but here you are. Ah, so she removes cards. And sells cards that are now super expensive because she doesn't like me. Oh, attack 2 enemies? That's really good. Double the panic meter of all fighters? That's also really good. Alright, well, I can't afford any of that shit for the most part now. What are these other people? What are you peddling, Heshite? You seek enlightenment, child. Hesh distribute it freely for a price. Ah, negotiation cards. Plead, but lose an influence. 0 cost, though. Interesting. Airtight. Gain whenever you play a diplomacy card. Add 2 composure to a random argument. That'd be real strong for me. Because the green ones are the diplomacy, right? Yeah. Hostility is red. I can't afford it, though, but that's a real good one. And then what about the swab? Grafts! I don't have any of this. Enough money for any of these things. Any of your turn gain 4 defense if you have wound or impair. First attack in each battle does ×2 damage. Damn. Well, can't afford anything, so I guess that's it for that. I got my pet. It's late when you get back to the Grogan Dog, but you can spot trouble before you even step onto its porch, not perch. You slip quietly behind an overturned table before anyone notices. I hear you've been asking after my bounty, but you're out of the game. Psh, so you must be asking for someone else. I don't hold it against you, but whatever hunter you're hiding, you need to hand them over. There's no hunter here, Cascio, but we both know that that won't stop you from being a mudsucker. I have a business to run, same as you. There was a time when you respected me. The slimy underside of Caccio's voice is enough to draw you out of your hiding spot, blade at the wrist. Don't be so smug, Cascio. Nobody gets a bounty like yours without enemies. Sal? You're the hunter? I'd have thought that Derek would have beaten the spirit out of you. Didn't have to be this way, Cascio. You could have bought me out at any time. I'd have forgiven you. That look in your eye? I don't think so. Don't mistake this for condescension. I'm proud you made it off the Derek. I should have known you would. Excuse me if I don't stick around to see this done. It'll hurt too much to see you go down. Cascio tossed a fistful of shields onto the soiled larch. For the damages, psh, if you manage to survive. It ain't nothing personal after all. Not even the floorboards creak as Cascio leaves. For a moment, her goons hang there watching to see what he'll do. Go down quiet, Hunter. I promise it'll be just like going to sleep. I could try to convince him. Cough, you're the bouncer. Hard to keep ruffians out. Caccio's a classic gorilla. Wanted to be served at my bar? Better listen up. Waff waff. Yes, the negotiation of my untrained pet. Alright, so I can full block. And then we can gain max damage here. Huzzah. Sweet. Enemy turn. Cop doesn't even respond to that. Intents and target previews are hidden. When this argument takes damage without being destroyed, he gains deploy. Well, let's go ahead and just destroy it. So now I can know what he's doing. Back to full blocking. Get my influence numbers back up. Adlib. Expend dud. Creative trying to improvise a card type you don't have. Lol. Wait a minute. I gained that one. Gave me block. I could have blocked with that and attacked again. Damn it. Bad play. It's okay. I beat him. Beat him without even taking damage. Bulldoze. Almost leveled up. Whenever you destroy an argument, gain an action. That's nice. Spend 2 influence to gain 2 actions. Risky. I don't know that I build the influence that fast to play with that one. Let's go with Bulldoze. Because Bulldoze... gonna make me do your job for you? No, I guess not. Alright. Koth steps into your side, ready to defend the Groggendel. Better late than never, I suppose. Defend myself. Spark Baron's boss, Sparky. Battle. This is self-defense. You cannot run from this fight once it starts. It's do or die. Alright, what does he got? He has +1 power, and he has direct. He gains 1 power at the start of battle because he's a species. Interesting. Let's see. Well, I can't gain any more damage, so let's just go ahead and throw all the free shit out. And then I just need to block. Holy shit. Let's make him bleed. Ow, grenades! Wound. Bleed. Randomness. I'm gonna eat that 8 damage, but we're doing a lot of damage to him this turn as well. Fight dirty. Alright, well, I'll just gain a power. Nice. Oh, he has 4 counter. I'm just gonna block, and I'm gonna block for him because he's gonna hit it and I can't stop it. Spark charge. What does that mean? Charging his weapon. He gives up. What do I get if I kill his ass? Gain 3 temporary power, but it's only an expend. It's not a destroy. That's a permanent card. Screw him. He works for the people I'm going after. He'll be a problem later. Let's take that thing. What else we got? Resonance. Whenever you improvise a card, a random enemy gains 1 resonance. That's very specific. I like piercing. I like 6 to 10, but it costs 4 actions. Whenever you improvise while this card is in your hand, reduce its cost by 1 for the rest of battle. I don't really have much of an improvised deck, though. Let's go with this one. Negotiation card. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them for this negotiation. That's interesting. Slick duds, pal. Beginning of your turn, gain 1 dominance. Let's just take the money there. Starting to get a reputation for violence. Negotiation card unstable. Craft reward. All negotiation. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. At the start of every turn, remove 1 influence and 1 dominance. I don't like that. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 until played. I do like that. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn, but all hostility cards deal 50% less damage. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, this is almost the same thing. But no, let's do the roller drum. We're just going to not do hostility. Carefully navigate to the mess of her bar, favoring her side. She doesn't look too badly injured, but she's not as young as she used to be. Well, that shucked a rotten oyster, but we've been through worse. Both still standing. Can't believe she came for you like that. You! She doesn't care about anyone, does she? She's just a monster all the way down. What's done is done. The fire is only good if it stokes the engine again. Should have gone for Cascio as soon as I arrived. Now you're dragged into it too. None of that. You've got a bit of grit in your eye. You'll wink it out when she gets this. Got a room set up for you in the back. With Cascio gone, the 2 patrons that remain return to their drinks. Then they weren't spilled anyway. She didn't get to the top of her field by indulging her wound. She barely flinches as she spit shines an old mug. Bet your blood's boiling, kid, but we survived the day. Cool your feet and get some rest. We'll come up with a plan in the morning. Cost. Heal 30 HP. Give 25 shells. But be bloated. Rest to the back. Yeah, we'll just do it. A good night's rest can't hurt unless I wake up dead then. Cascio won't come back on my watch. The back's barricaded, the front has me. Good night, kid. Leads you through a curtain behind the bar, nodding toward a cozy room in the back. Rook has been unlocked. You've unlocked a new character with a whole new story and location with unique cards and gameplay. Give it a try when starting a new run. Playing Rook does not delete your progress with sound. Your bed calls to you. There's my untrained pet over there. You work too hard to stay up working. Sleep claims you quickly. Go to sleep. So, full health. All right. A bunch of people like me. 1 person doesn't like me. Nobody loves me, unfortunately. Slept through the night with 1 hand gripping the knife under your pillow. But then you slept that way every night since you were 12. It's early morning, but the Groggen Dog's patrons are already hard at work on their drinks. I know you thought I should hold off on the bounty. Oh, excuse me. But after last night, Cascio wants me to be her worst nightmare. I'd like to oblige. How are you going to do that? She knows you're here, and she's got money and goons to keep her safe. What do you got? You? You're damn right. Lucky for you, I have a couple of contacts who want Cascio dead almost as much as you do. You can convince them to work with you. Will they need convincing? Afraid so. The Admiralty doesn't trust hunters as a rule. Talk to my contacts, see if you can convince her otherwise. But taking on Cascio would make space the spree to be more than happy to fill. I know somebody will talk to you, especially if you can bring in Caccio's head on a platter. Ask about the Admiralty. Think I should play nice with the law, huh? Why not? Lots of folks think bounty hunters are on the Admiralty's side. Lots of folks don't, too. The Admiralty, for example. Ulo will at least give you the time. The Admiralty acts like the tough guys around here, but there's broken, corrupt stuff. You don't like it? There's always the spree. Lots of unclaimed bounties running with the spree, I take it. They're small fry and you're a barracuda, but everyone knows Caccio's bounty is on the line. You've got your sights set higher. Convince Nadan of this, the spree leader, and he'll give you the leg up you need once you've paid your dues. And if I don't, then maybe he'll want to kill you, or maybe he'll just want to be left alone. People's is people's. Very true. Really okay with this after last night? We're in it now, whether we like it or not. Leave my grudges where I like them, as long as the hunt's still on. Absolutely, there's blood in the water. Then do it. You won't get no complaints from me. Figures Cascio would come after you no matter what you did. Well, it's not like I came back as a lowly lumen slusher. She probably has an alert out for any bounty hunter who comes to the fort. Plus, you were asking around for info, huh? Thought you said I should keep my head down. Yeah, well, I never forgot what Cascio did either. Didn't seem right that you'd come home just to let bygones be bygones. And that bounty. It is a big bounty. The biggest. With that money, we could open 3 bars. You got it. Shh, we're dreaming big. Alright, well, let's see. Picking sides. Suggest that Ulo can get you to the front door of the auction. You're going to have to stooge for Admiralty to get her help. Admiralty is what passes for government around here, but they comport themselves more like an occupying army. Don't expect to make a lot of friends amongst the people if you pick this side. Nadan. The Spree is a loosely organized band of outlaws and raiders that survive on the outskirts of Admiralty territory. They rob from pretty much everyone and give most of it themselves. Be prepared to run afoul of the law if you choose this path. Or I could go hire mercenaries at the Murder Torch. I've seen the Nadan side. Let's go with the Admiralty side. Spot a young Kradeshi sitting at the desk. She doesn't look like your average officer, though. Uniform has a modified fit, and her boots are too slick for recognition. You Ulo? I'm Sal. Psh, mentioned we might be able to help each other out. The bounty hunter, then. I've been waiting to meet someone with just your particular set of skills. You want Cascio dead? It just so happens I do, too. Do me a solid, and I'll get you where you need to be to make it happen. Play by my rules, and the killing blow will be yours, I promise. What do you say, Hunter? The Admiralty's so tough, why don't you have Cascio in custody? Cascio pays well for allies in the upper ranks. We've got implicit orders to leave her alone. I break those orders, and I may as well be breaking my own neck. So you're no help at all, then? In a few days, the cult will be hosting an auction in Murder Bay. They send their starchiest callers to trade relics for contracts. Cassio's got the most labor contracts in the bay. Of course, a hunter like you has no hope of an invite, but it so happens I picked the security. You want your opportunity, Hunter? Stick with me, and I promise to get you into that auction. Cassio's so important, who's to say she'll show up to the auction herself? Because she has competition. This year, the Admiralty wants to negotiate an annex, official citizenship for everyone. The cult wants to say no, of course, but with mainland support, a deal will get made on the sale. Which means more laws, more rules, and no more legal gray area for Cassio to wash her feet in. So she'll be there to stop it, with blades drawn if she must, and no one who will want to be seen protected. No offense, but I got no love for the Admiralty. Why should I work with you? Because I'm not the Admiralty. I'm me. The upper ranks are full of inflated egos and blue-blooded ingrates who take their privilege as a matter of course. They aren't in Cassio's pocket. They're in the cults or some other rich guy. Oh, so you're the good guy, righting wrongs in a corrupt world? Hesh no, but I don't like Cassio. I won't let the brass tell me to look the other way. And I'm willing to work with a Nick Derrick. That should be all you need to know. What am I supposed to do for you, officer? The brass have too many corrupt ties, and it keeps me from doing my job. I could stop half the crime in Murder Bay if the crooks would stop paying off my superiors. But you aren't on Admiralty payroll, and it might wipe the smug look off their faces if you were around cleaning up their mess. So I'm, what, an office prank? You're a lesson they need to learn. But I might have been planning on documenting their reaction, sure. So I take it you're a fan of the annex. I don't know. That's politics. But too many people take their cue from Cassio, and I'm sick of not being able to do my job. The Spree make life interesting, but only if I actually get to arrest them from time to time. Sounds like you should quit the Admiralty and become a hunter. On your salary? I'll keep my commission, thanks. Besides, that's what delegation is for. Alright. I'm in, but if I end up taking a fall so you can get a promotion or whatever. Please, if anything goes wrong, it'll be your own fault, I promise. Oh good, I was worried you wouldn't have anything reassuring to say. Nadan now dislikes me. First up, you'll need this. Take it. What is it? Flash Badge. Destroy target opponent argument. If your opponent's Admiralty, this card costs 0. Or Enforcement. Gain, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random opponent argument for every stack of info. Oh, well, that's going in. Folks here take any edge they can get. If you can't compete, you're surf slap. Consider this your deputy's badge. A gift from my favorite investor. That sounds extremely suspicious. Impossible. I'm wearing a badge. Alright, so when can I start? What would be a good use of your time? One of our patrols was ambushed and as per usual, the Spree took a hostage, an officer by the name of Camberry. I know the Spree scum who ordered it. They're going to press him for information, and unfortunately he's got more than enough to spill. I want the mess cleaned up. Is this a rescue or a hit? Use your discretion. A rescue if Camberry deserves it. Otherwise, like I said, clean up. Rescue or silence at your discretion. I get a graft for it. I like that. Giving you license to solve this how you see fit. That's a lot of responsibility. I don't get mad, just disappointed. Ugh, that's worse. Snap to it, Hunter. Do me proud. Got it? Now scoot. I have schemes to incubate, plots to hatch. Alright. Let's go save, quote-unquote. One of the downsides of Murder Bay. You can't see 2 feet off the road. Something rustles in the greenery. Wild animals! Alright, what do we got here? We will start with fighting dirty, because I might gain a power. Boom. Do I block the 4 damage, or do I just eat the hit to... I think I just eat the hit, honestly, at this point. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and block. And then we'll just hit Bedlam, because why not? Okay, we got rid of that thing. Ugh. Here we go. Let's go! Gain 4 defense at the start of next turn, gain 2 combo. Spend 2 combo, this card deals max damage and costs 1 less. Finisher. Gain actions equal to its cost plus 1. Interesting. Let's try footwork. Footwork is interesting. It's not your calling to mess with nature. You leave before any more beasts can bring trouble. Alright, so we continue along our way. Huzzah! Find the bandits' hideout easily enough, and you settle yourself between 2 rocks, a smudge of lichen, watching and waiting. 2 thugs, clearly spree, emerge from the hideout, rubbing what seems to be ink from their hands. I hate this clerical crap. Why am I taking notes from some switch still wearing his blues? Forget it. The intel's he's giving us on the auction's worth more than a damn than we are. Anyway, you only gotta tolerate it until the escort gets here. A muffled bark from within draws one of the goons' attention back. I'll go deal with that. You keep an eye out for the rendezvous. Right. Well, I can confront him. Step onto the trail and make no effort to hide your approach. All the same, the spree looks up with a laugh. Hash's salty technicals! You scared the crap out of me! Bax looks you up and down as he brushes off the start you gave. You're the interrogation expert to deal with Canberry? That's right. Alright, we'll get that thing on. And we'll get this thing out here. And then we're gonna block. Took 1 damage. Draw a card and play it with a random target. Go! Boom. Also play that and this. And why not this? There we go. More influence. Alright, let's see. So, it's gonna live, barely. But I could also block for it anyway. And then use this. Alright, I like the way the deck is coming together here. My negotiation is getting real strong. Boom. Destroyed. Eh. Next card this turn costs 0 actions. That one could be useful if I draw it at the right time. And this leveled up. I don't want to destroy it. Took you long enough. What, you get stuck in the mud? How's Canberry faring? Too good if you ask me. He acts like royalty just because he gave us intel. As if he's the first Admiralty officer to spill their guts for pay and another day in the sun. Wouldn't be a shame if someone were to rough him up a little on his way out, if you ask me. I'll be glad to see the back of him. Leave it to me, I'll take care of it. Finally, can't wait to get out of this place. It smells like blood flies and frog spawn. You wait for Bax to make tracks down the trail before heading into the shack. You enter and see Camry relaxing in a chair, spree to one side of him, taking. Where are you supposed to be? I'm the escort. For the, escort. You are? Convince him I'm with the spree. Keep that beast away from me.
So who's
Hang on to that, there's no reason to play it right now. Enemy check. What is this? Planted evidence. When this is destroyed, deal 4 damage to my core. So he's gonna try to kill this now, and I have to try to protect it. Alright, we get the influence rolling. Ad-lib. And then I can do this to draw a card. And I can play this, so I don't have enough actions. Okay. Oh, he's blocking. Let's see. Put that out there for now. Alright. He's not putting out arguments, which is kind of annoying. I get 2 damage. I might be able to get. No, it can't do 2 damage. Damn. Oh, but it's fine. I win because of that card. That's right. Sweet. These people just can't out-talk me. And I don't really want any of those. So let's see. I can upgrade this already. Gain a dominance. Or gain 4 compo. I like this one better. Better blocking. If you have any influence. So now I won't spend it anymore. I could either keep spending the influence to get 2 extra damage, or just... I like this better. It's more consistent with what I'm doing. I can keep stacking the influence now without having to get rid of it. Okay, I like those. Huh, well, I guess you look clever enough, even if you're not too impressive otherwise. No offense or anything, I just take my safety pretty serious. Oh, sure, as you should. Cash, leave the babysitting to you. I'd give you his nap and feeding schedule, but somehow I doubt you'll much care. Later, folks, try not to knock your head on your way out. Merc signals to the rest of the spree who round up their loose possessions before heading out. You've been told about my arrangement, right? I need special protection from all sides. The Admiralty are going to be pretty cheesed with me if they found out what I'm up to, get it? Ulo in particular would be very unimpressed. You could say that again. Wait, how do you know Ulo? Like I said, Canberry, I'm here to escort you. Oh, hash, I knew you'd look no good. With a great bellow, Canberry attacks. The Admiralty will make you pay. No, they've sent me to kill you. Boop. Boop. Bleed. Oh. Well, I gotta kill him. Apply 3 bead, then deal damage equal to target's bleed. Yes. Spearhead. Collect money. Restore result. Starting to get a reputation for violence. I'm now a known thug. Canberra is dead. The spree won't be able to use him anymore. Best report back to Ula. Hold one moment, please. Alright, sorry about that. Back to turn in the quest. A long way to go with nothing happening, but I'll take it. Hello, Sal. You mentioned that if Canberra was defecting, you wanted him dead? Yes? Yeah, he's dead now. Ha! That's that taken care of, at least. I'm gonna have to disseminate some morale-boosting materials, though. Canberra was popular. Don't suppose you could try your hand at metered verse? Well... Never mind. The troops are easily distracted. They'll perk up. Best keep quiet about the whole treachery thing, though. Some people take that sort of thing personally. Get paid 185 shields. And I get another graft. Draw an extra card per turn. Start battle with 3 combo. Or gain combo at the beginning of every turn. I think that's better. Let's do that. Well, the job's done. You can tell she was right. You'll suit my needs just fine. That's it? You must have more work. Points for enthusiasm, but cool your jets, Hunter. We don't want to ruin a good thing. Go, be a hunter. Do whatever hunters do. Collateral always makes a job easy. I'll send word to when I'm ready to work with you. I'm done with you for the day. This isn't an exclusive arrangement. If you have other work that he's doing, go for it. Mind chatting for a bit? It's been a while since I had colleagues. Were you born in Murder Bay? Was actually, but I'm supposed to pretend otherwise. 2 of my siblings were born in Deltree, and my parents would have preferred that for all of us. Deltree, most powerful nation in the world, right? That sounds loaded. My parents are minor nobility. They defended the delicate sensibilities of some mainland oozer or another. Suddenly they find themselves in soft, voluntary exile to Havaria. Now the entire brood is supposed to redeem them, so we can all go home. That's a lot of pressure. None of you don't keep it under a lid. I have my outlets. I just remind myself I'm here because I want to be. How do the other officers feel about you working with them? Oh, they had a few choice words. Some because of their pride, others because maybe they don't want you figuring out what they're up to. They had dirty cops in the derrick, too. Getting the upper hand on them was a specialty. Is that right? Guess you needed to be wily to work your dead off as fast as you did. Well, if you see a chance to put that skill to use, I'm all ears. I'll keep that in mind. If you're willing to cut corners, maybe we should recruit some help. There was another guy who wanted to help me get into the army. What was his name? Nadon? Ha! Nadon. Oh, sure. He's only tried to kill me about 5 times. It's a good thing you came to me, because I'm going to take him down. If you were working with him, I'd take you down along with him. Just something to keep in mind. Someone in my position might be suspicious of a hunter asking so many persons. Hey, no offense. None taken. Not a lot of friends on the derrick. If you want to get friendly on the job, that's your fault. But just keep in mind I prefer you to ask questions rather than favors. Enjoy the rest of your day, Hunter. I have a feeling you'll make the most of it. Hard to believe Halit has a reputation for being a bit of a Casanova, but then you always were immune to such charm. Keep on the good side of the Admiralty, and your livelihood will benefit all the more for it. You need the fastest pencil pusher in the West. You need you. It's a vendor. Hello, Sal. Apparently a vendor I'm not allowed to buy from. A rare lumen fissure is open. Funny things happen when raw lumen vapors go untapped. Or... A long weed gives me a sequencer. Restore all uses to an item card in your deck. Expend, replenish, destroy after 3. No, let's go over here. A long weed can keep his gifts. Find a fissure in the ground, fuming with toxic vapors. On the far side, you spot a rare healing wood, grown fat with broad leaves under the middle of it. Pick a small leaf to heal 15 HP. Pick one of the weird fruits to eat, heal much more, and get tipsy. Eat until you can't anymore. Max HP plus 10. I can afford that right now. Pound back fruit after fruit, pausing only to devour mouthfuls of leaves. Lost 15 HP. You pass out. Alien chemicals coursing through your system and alien thoughts coursing through your head. Max HP raised by 10. You wake up in a puddle of fruit juice and your own filth. Gross. So I'm about half HP now, but my HP can go higher, which is nice. Let's check out the market real quick. We've got some money. Does he... Makes it stronger in battle, but does not train it. That's a lot of money. What's the graft person have? Let's see, we have the Snap Talon. Attacks deal 2 bonus damage to targets with bleed. I like that. Nailed Glove. When receiving damage, only lose up to 4 combo. Whenever you draw 6 or more cards after your initial hand in a single turn, play a random card in your hand with a random target. I think I like the Snap Talon. Let's do that.
Shanta.
Can I upgrade my critter? Not anymore. I might as well get rid of this card. Is there a battle card I want to get rid of? I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good with all of these. Okay. Well, it's the only quest I've got right now. I guess I'll go check it out. I think I'm used to the constant interruptions, but you're still surprised when a stranger approaches us. How's it faring, Grifter? Fancy a test of your mettle? I don't usually go in for random brawls unless I'm getting paid for it. Not that kind of test, Hunter. That's metal with a capital M. Only some in Havaria are fit to wield it. What exactly do you mean by metal? It's the only currency truly native to the Griftlands. Exert your influence and you will draw in metal as you draw it. Aha! Sounds like nonsense. Your skepticism serves you well in combat, but not here. Here, find this shrine and see for yourself. Fundek pulls out a map, points to a location, seemingly just a cave. And take this to get you started. You'll soon see what I mean. Gained 5 metal. A unique measure of Sal's skill and experience. Metal can be exchanged for permanent upgrades from a metal vendor. Yeah. This was not in the game when I saw my friend. Wait, did you seek me out just to recommend your own store? You've heard of word-of-mouth advertising. Just have a look at my wares, and I think you'll agree it's a solid recommendation. So for 200, I can buy 4 points. Unlock flourishes or spend metal. Ask about metal. What is metal anyway? Metal is a measure of how tough you are. Once you have it, nobody can take it away from you. Not even death. Oh, so it's a spiritual thing? If only you were so lucky. How do I get metal? You need to earn it. By do hard things. Prove yourself. Metal. Can't I just, like, buy it? Yeah, that works too. Parting with shields is a hard thing to do after all. So what's a flourish? It's a power that builds up within you to be used in times of great crisis. I can learn this from you? No, I can't teach you anything. I just help you unlock what's already there. So if I... Alright, I'll have a look. 5 metal available. Metal points that Sal earns are available only to herself. Use it to make Sal progressively more skilled. You can earn more metal by completing certain quests, killing specific targets, and defeating particular archetypes. So increase max health, increase max resolve, start game with additional money. Basic battle cards start with bonus XP. Basic negotiation cards, same way. Recover resolve after every battle, health after every negotiation. Battle graphs start with bonus XP, negotiation graphs start with bonus XP. Flourish gain from dealing damage in combat is increased. Okay, skipping card drafts grants additional shills. Increase the max health of pets, restore additional health when eating, restore additional resolve when drinking. Right, what are the I want to learn something new. So right now we have Hail of Blades. Attack all enemies twice for 3 damage each. Beastmaster. Calling Kraots to attack all enemies. Hemomancy. Apply 16 bleed split evenly among all enemies. Gain 8 combo and improvise a finisher from your deck. Apply 4 impair. I like the 2 of the prestige points are shared between Sal, Rook, and Smith. You'll be able to play any of the unlocked flourishes during battle negotiate by filling your flourish bar. Earn more prestige points when defeating each boss in each prestige level. Check the boss combining to affect the progress per boss. Five influence, 5 composure. Gain 3 dominance and improvise a hostility card. Interesting. Alright, so I can only... Might as well spend it on health for now, right? There. That's all of it. I got another 5 HP, 2 HP. Was that really it? 2 HP? Alright, well I guess that's supposed to be small things. Alright, anyway. Back to this quest. Brenna flashes you a complicated hand signal, and then what you expected. Can I help you? Sorry, I keep forgetting where I am. I take it you've never been to Groundbog. An impassable marsh owned by the Spark Barons who excavate its age ruins. Actually, I was born. Bad memory. Ah, sure. Those are the primary exports. But you made it out, which means you might just be exactly what I'm looking for. How do you feel about a bit of light smuggling? About the smuggling. Is it light smuggling because the cargo ain't heavy, or because the law-breaking aspect is kind of ambiguous? The second one. First one depends on how strong you are. What brings you here? You got a day pass or something? Not bloody likely. I've been brought along as part of the Baron's entourage. They need a laborer like me to do the heavy lifting. Ah, now I see where the smuggling comes in. What was that weird salute all about? The Rise is working to liberate the workers, so we have to be discreet around the Spark Barons. Ah. Signal helps us tell friend from foe. Or at least it does in the bog. Here it just makes us look silly. Huh, I hope that works out. Didn't go so well the last time in my record. You were there for that? Don't remember much of how it started, but I sure remember how it ended. You know anyone by the name of Vapin, or Ekta, or maybe Prendo? Never heard of the first two, but how do you know Prendo Kalan? We were friends way back when. She's still alive? And kicking, often literally. Hold it, whatever you're involved with, maybe don't say anything that might get her in trouble. I can get a message to her if you want. No, I wouldn't even know what to say. I miss you is a good start, Mike. Can we just change the subject, please? Your call. Ask about the Spark. So the Spark Barons still hold dominion in Ground Bog. Technocratic faction who retrofit new tech for making ruins, much to the cult's displeasure. Kinda expected the cult might have kicked them out by now. Nope, the treaty's intact, though the Barons certainly know they can use the cult as a threat to keep us alive. Things are bad. You know, we could probably use someone like you on our side. Once was enough, thanks, but good luck. I mean it. What's the job? Just a simple sale. I got goods worth unloading and leads who want to buy. The problem is I've been made. There's Spark Barons here in Murder Bay who would definitely recognize me. Need you to approach the buyers on my behalf. Convince them to come to me so we can close the deal. Upgrade a negotiation card. Oh, I just get a straight upgrade to one of my cards. That's nice. And I get 2 metal for Sal. Sure, I'm in. It'd be fun to stick it to the Barons for old times. Sure, I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point, right? Here's where to meet me once you make contact with the buyer. Alright. The Rise are looking for buyers, help them seal the deal. The Slurping Snail. Wait. Metal Vendor. I think I'm just going here. This is just telling me all my quests while I could go to the bar. Oh, it's this guy. Brings you back. Word is that you're in the market for some goods from Ground Bog. I'd like to facilitate the experience. I see. That means you're one of those... What are they called? The Rise. And no, I'm not. The Rise? A loose group of union organizers and freedom fighters campaigning for the workers' rights across Havari. Just an honest grifter, an aim for any factionless settler, explorer, opportunist who hails from the Havarian Griftlands, collecting a paycheck for services rendered. Are you interested or not? How do I know this is legit? This could be a trick by the Barons. Hesh knows they would pass up an opportunity to make trouble. This close to the auction? Come on, I have bigger fish to fry. Ones with funny hats. Alright, let's see here. Being attacked for 4. Let's do that. Oh, well. Deal 1 resolve damage to a random opponent whenever you draw a card. Well, I will draw a card, which deals the damage. I will do this. I'll do this. And get some of that. And that'll be all I can do for now. You even hear yourself talking. The kickbacks again. Money talk. Starting on a random card in hand costs an additional 10 shills this negotiation. Well, that's annoying. We need to get rid of that immediately. Do I want to pay the 5? I don't really want to pay him the 5 shields. Oop. We destroyed Cell gains, draw 1 extra card and start. Ah. So I can do this to play this one for free. So that saved me a point. Then I can gain influence. And I can threaten this thing. And I guess I need to get rid of it, so I'll go ahead and pay the 5 shields and kill it. Bad deal? What's bad deal? I didn't read it. Bad deal. Pay 15 shills. If you end your turn with this card, take 8 damage. Ew. Eight damage. Have to hit this now. Alright. Then I can block for it. And I have to pay him the 15 shills, unfortunately. How much? Oh no, I win. It's fine. Because of that. Yeah. There we go. Double composure on all arguments. That's not a terrible one if I'm blocking properly. Level playing field. Gain 2 vulnerability, but all cards deal +3 damage. That could be scary, but I think we'll stick with this one. This we can keep stacking the the influence cards. I'll just boost it. Definitely this one. We're definitely rolling with influence this deck. Okay, and then earn victory. Trust me, it's the rise. Nothing but liberate this, manumission that. It's exhausting. Suppose you have a point. Very well, lead on. Cash has joined the party. I probably should heal a little bit here. Cash clears his throat. So you're a rational business person. You're not caught up in the rise's politics, are you? Yeah. I know what it's like to be stuck under someone's boot heel. Not about to start waving their flag, but if I'm picking sides, I know where I am. Sure are pretty words. Truly moving. I've got a pile of money that I think will change your future. These rise bozos have been flapping gums far and wide about their stolen goods for weeks. I know a baron will pay top dollar for the location of that sale. I can make money on the goods, but I can make a lot more on the info and have less work to do. Blackmail him for 200 shills? Those rise bozos seem pretty dangerous to me. Maybe I'll tell them what you just said. I wonder what would happen then. You'll keep that leash, right? Spend an influence, deal 2 bonus damage, and hit all opponent arguments. Or complement, which is gain the influence. And then I can spend it again. And then I can do this. And then I can do that. And then we're going to block for the dog just so I don't take it. Alright. The dog should then... Oh, the fucking kick racks. Okay. I didn't get non sequitur, so I'm gonna have to play this the hard way. And I have to block for this. And then I'm gonna do this. And we'll get this because that's easy damage. Alright. Okay, so we can play this to play that for one less point. Oh, I lost money. Damn it. Throw some damage around everywhere. Get a bunch of free actions. Unstable. Just pay the money at this point. Ugh. Alright. Oh, I lost my influence? Damn it. That sucks. We're gonna protect this. And we're gonna hit that to block for myself. And I'm just gonna start paying him money because I don't really want to have to. Okay, that means I can win and beat him next turn no matter what. I had to spend more money than I would have liked, but the whole goal here is to get more money anyway, so that's already leveled up. This is needs XP, so. There we go. No, I don't need any of those. Better cards. Metal. Whoa, good point. I know when I've invested. How about I give you a little something and we pretend this never happened? As you were. Alright, I got 200 money out of that. That was nice. Let's pop over here though, because I feel like I need to heal. So are you and Ulo as chummy as a tin of bogwort? It's clever, but I think you'd sell me up the river for the second I weighed down. Let's see. Let me heal 30 HP. Yeah. I'm hurt. Here, have a cake. Thanks. Healed. And then I get bloated, but ugh, it's terrible. Nobody eats them for the taste, that's for sure. Alright, anyway, back to where we were going. We arrive at the rise. So where's the stuff? We meet at last. Let me show you what you have. Sal, please keep an eye out for trouble. Cash and Bretta retreat into a tent. You can just barely hear their muffled deliberations through the camp. The haggling goes on for quite some time. You scan the surrounding trees for threats. For what seems like an eternity, Brenna and Cash emerge from the tent, all smiles. Pleasure doing business with you. I'll spend it all in one place now. Cash nods in your direction. Take it, things went well? Yes, now we can buy the supplies that we need to really bring it to the bay. Be in here in the bay for a couple of days wrapping up business. If you're looking for exotic goods for the bog, feel free to drop by. 85 shills, 2 metal, and I get to upgrade. Do I want to? Let's upgrade a battle card. I feel like I'm not battling as often. This card will take forever. Let's let's do Savage. I already have the piercing card for piercing. What's the matter, Linky Links? Wait, is there no other quests? Can I buy stuff here? I could buy an auto dog, but I can only have one pet. She also has cards. Duplicate a card in your hand. Interesting. While in hand, item cards cost 0. That's also interesting. While this is in your hand, gain 1 temp power whenever you draw a card. 3 wound. Expend sticky. Destroy after turn. Steal all of the target's power. Expand sticky. That's an interesting one. I wonder if the auto dog is better than the pet that I had. Well, we'll come back later. Turns out I didn't need to heal, though. Say, someone came in looking for you earlier. They didn't look friendly. Maybe sleep with one eye open tonight, huh? Asking yet? After me? What'd they want? Said they wanted to hire you. If you ask me, they look like trouble. Said I'm packing. Said you were out on the road. Wouldn't be back for days. Still, I've got my blades under the bar if we need them. If I'd been here sooner yesterday, would have liked to have seen you give Casio a wallop. You didn't get walloped by Casio more. I ain't as young as I used to be, Sal. You've been gone a long. Casio, well, she could have laid me out in our youth all the same. Should I be worried? You were the one who taught me how to fight. What, you rewriting history? Casio taught you too. You know her moves better than she knows yours. You got this. Huh, but remind me later to teach you a different way to throw a punch. I taught you when you were little, of course, but I'm feeling it now. Maybe that technique wasn't so good for longevity. I don't really expect to make it to your age anyway. That should be better. I'll take my chances. Something's not right. In the dim light, some of the shadows look darker. Who's there? A figure steps out of the shadows, heavily armed. It thinks like an assassin and slinks like an assassin. This would have been easier if you'd gone to sleep, Hunter. Not too late to shut your eyes if you prefer. I will demoralize him before attacking. You even know who you're working for. Carrying is part of the job description. Well, maybe you should reevaluate that. Casio ain't like other classes. What is that thing? Gives in an existential crisis to help in the coming battle. 0 stacks on win. Destroy or remove impending doom to release the shield. Impending doom. When destroyed, gives in 1 impatience, so you can start the next battle with 2 additional existential crises. If you lose negotiation, all these bonuses are lost. Alright, let's see. Throw this up here. Throw this up here. Block this thing. Well, without influence, they both do the same damage, so let's do the one that will be able to be done. Alright, so I can play Non Sequitur to play Enforcement. Then I can play Unstable, randomly get that. Then I can get Influence. Then I can play Evil Eye to do double damage. And then I can hit this thing really hard. And there we go. Well, if the cat needs out, gives in an existential crisis. Shut up. Yeah, I like how they just work the negotiations and so much to everything. It's beautiful. Alright, so if I gain an influence here, then I do this. Then I pull this card. Then I can get rid of this card. And find out that I'm about to get screwed. Holy shit. But that's okay, because now I can block everything. Aha. I might use my flourish. Do it. Alright, so he doesn't get to do any of that. Now I can get rid of this. Oh, wait. Now I can get rid of this. Deal damage to everything. Gain some block, draw a card, gain more influence. I guess I used Threaten, didn't pull the number I needed, but there we go. So I've given him 10 stacks of Existential Crisis, assuming that I win. But it's kind of looking like I'm gonna win. Boom. Let's see, do I want any of that? Not really. We're going to take the Threaten of Clarity, just because that removes it from the deck, but it lets me get that one-time play off. And I got some medal. Just remember, she wouldn't want to have me killed if she didn't consider me a sizable threat. But no problem. You'll handle what Casio could, right? The assassin doesn't answer, but you can tell you've left them off balance. Attack! Ha! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? 10 Existential Crisis. Take through all this temporary power, shall we? And then I can do that to have a whole bunch of action. It's more than I even need. Alright. Oh, I could have done a flourish too, but oh well. Ow! Bleeding! At the end of your turn, take 3 damage and spend this card. Damn. Okay, let's wound. Then we bleed. Then we apply bleed and deal damage for bleed. And then hell, let's do that. Why not? Probably should have started with that, I think. Got bleed again. Got some combo back. He's giving up already. Actually, that means I can just end turn, right? No, I still took damage. Alright, so what would I get for killing him? All of your attacks apply 1 bleed while this is in your hand. That's really strong. And I don't imagine... Nah, he's dead. I get a battle card. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. That's okay. Gain 8 defense and insert a Blade Flash into your hand. That's real good. Spend all your combo, deal 3 bonus damage per combo. I like Waylay. Let's go with Waylay. Negotiation cards. Whenever you play a Diplomacy, add 2 Composure to a random argument. That's real good for my thing. The next card played this turn is played twice. Let's take Airtight. I have ways to get it on the field. Lacerate leveled up. If the target has bleed, apply 6 bleed. Yes. There we go. Victory Medal. Zen's Razor. Collect money, restore result. Zen lies dead at your feet. Charges into the room, moving spryly for Kodeshi Hooray. It's the stranger I told you about. You alright, kid? Casio sent. Typical Casio, leaving others to clean up her mess. Takes you both a while to deal with the mess, but when you're done, it's cleaner than it was to start. There. Complimentary house cleaning. Now you should sleep soundly, in theory. Stands guard by your door for the rest of the night, leaving you to catch up on your shut-eye. Boss battle graphs. It's all battle, which is good. Gain an action at the start of your turn. Battle card upgrades with multiple upgrades now have 1 option fewer. Okay. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. You can no longer own a pet. Well, that's not working. Gain an action at the start of your turn. Take 3 damage at the end of every turn. Well, we're doing Quick Strap then, I guess. Spend time slapping together some makeshift security. If anyone comes through the windows now, you'll know about it. Your bad calls to you. Now, your dreams are full of Casio, gold-plated with iron teeth. Bunch of people like me, nobody loves me. I don't have any love buffs. I'm gonna need to get some love buffs. Deck that has too many cards is hard to pilot. Getting rid of cards keeps your deck healthy and lean. But having one that's too low makes you refresh too often. and has other problems. When you wake up, you'd almost think the grog is beginning to look homey. If you hadn't almost been murdered in it. Find behind the bar, rigging the bar top to snap with electricity. Turns off the current as you approach. You know customers drink at this bar, right? Customers ain't got nothing to worry about, but no more assassins on my watch. That's a guarantee. This will take a while to set up, so why don't you go bother Ulo, see what you can do to get close to Cashio. I have a job for you later if you're interested. Turns back to her bar and flips the switch. Clearly, you've been dismissed. I could, Well, Ulo, let's go. Hey, you're back. Welcome back, Belt. How are the gears of government today, Ulo? Still grinding? Jammed, I'm afraid, which means I have plenty of need for your skills. I've got 2 jobs I could use you for. Since I don't hate you, I'll even let you pick. So tunnel rats, which I get a graft, lots of money, and 3 metal. Or a graft and less money. Well, I like more money, so we're gonna go there to the Partok cabin. Sounds familiar. I think it would have left an impression, if not a gaping hole in your side. The place is crawling with spree. Normally I'd just leave them to their rat's nest, but apparently there might be ruins under the caves. Old ones from before the plague. How's this game? This game is freaking great. I love it. I've already got a really nasty negotiation deck that just builds off of influence buffs. It's quite fun. I also have this this weird alien drug monster named Gasket. Run up and up the chain of command, but the Admiralty don't care. They're just as happy to let the spree rot with the relics. The Hessians, on the other hand. What do you want me to do? I don't know the first thing about holy relics. But you do know about killing bandits. Wipe them out so the cult can send in their archaeology. You do the killing, they do the, you know, dusting? Dusting? Threshing? Clearing. Digging! They're going to dig! You got there eventually. Wipe out a bandit hideout deep in the Partok caverns. They want to send a message. Do not leave survivors. Remember, no survivors. Except me, right? I'll leave that up to your discretion. I mean, I think I want to... Can I hire any of these people? No. I can buy cards now. Gain 2 influence, draw 3 cards. Hit all enemies, apply 2 wound and 2 exposed. Destroy after 1 use. Lumen grenade, destroy after 1 use. Grenades are expensive. They're strong. Jeez. Alright, let's see. Tunnel rats. Ulo, mark the cave entrance on your map, but the wild countryside has you double checking the coordinates. If the caves are as deep as you've heard, then the bandits might be better hidden than maggots in a cheese rag. Fortunately for you, luck strikes. A bandit emerges from the bush, clearly returned from a brief break to nature's purview. Oh, I was just... Wait, who are you? Go to use quick eye snags on your Admiralty craft. You lost, Sarge? Only switches out here are the ones swinging from trees. Well, I'm supposed to kill everybody anyway, but I think I need the information. Ulo said to kill all the spree, but there's no harm done if you make the job easier by letting one runner go. You know why you call them switches, right? Because they have the authority to beat you bloodless. But that doesn't have to be you, Fred. Not if you answer a few questions. Remove covert knowledge to determine the location of the bandit hideout. Pet's bladder pulsates ominously. That's a line. Alright, well, I ain't playing Airtide. Or am I? Actually can afford to play it this turn. There we go. I'm going to take 4 damage, unfortunately. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to kill this thing. Alright, we got all my buffs out now. Well, most of my buffs out. Oh, I killed my influence. That sucks. I gotta kill this thing. No, he's gonna destroy it.
Alright, I gotta pay more attention. I'm not doing my stuff right here. Let's get out the influence. Let's get rid of this. This is making me take extra damage. There we go. I shouldn't have played that. I was thinking, oh, I can just play it to get the XP, even though I can't use it. But now if I need it, I guess I played all my expensive shit already, though, so I guess I don't need it, but... Alright, let's see here. Doing a lot of damage to me right now. Alright, there. I don't have to have the red cards anymore. This should kill him now, yes? 1, 2, yeah. Haha! Choose negotiation card. Tactical Mind. Gain, draw 1 extra card at the start of turn. Not terrible. But I think the deck's getting big enough. I don't know if I want to take cards every time now. What does Evil Eye do now? Ah, I can make it 3. There we go. I can make it do more damage, or I can make it pull 2 cards. If I pull 2 of the cards, then those are 2 damages. So it would do... I am either just doing it to pull 5 plus 2 is 7, or 3 plus 4 is 7. So it's technically the same. Doesn't really matter. Make my life easier, I'll make yours shorter. Hey look, I don't know much. The Don keeps us all in the dirt. All you want is directions, I can give you that at least. The bandit scratches a map in the dirt, watching you for sudden. After he's done, you dismiss him with a brief nod, and he makes for the bushes. When you gotta go, you gotta go. You make careful note of the map, and you enter the cave system. So deep in the Partok caves that you start to get a little reflective. Why are you here? What purpose do you serve? You kill some bandits, but then what? Is the meaning of life really at the end of a contract, or is there something greater? Could you ever... Lost in thought, you knock your head on a stalactite. Whatever you were thinking about evaporates into the darkness as you rub your knife. Hesh, damn it. You shake the stars out of your eyes and keep exploring. Go to the hideout. You head directly to the hideout. It's not long before the smell of sizzling meat hits you. Since stalactites and cave vermin aren't much known for their cookouts, you follow your nose with the bandits. Unfortunately, something in the air must have told them you were coming too, because you round the corner and find yourself flat. Where do you think you're headed? I was hoping to slink my way into a good position. Don't suppose you'd allow a do-over? Nope, didn't think so. Alright. Thug Tick and Thief Vilt. What is this? Shroak Skin. The first time they take damage each turn, they gain 2 defense. Species boon. They have 5 power. Oh no, they gain 5 power and below 27 health, and I have to kill them. And they have regen, so. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and this. And this. And I'm gonna block. I guess I'm gonna call this dog. And I'm not gonna use footwork because I don't want to use it up yet. So she's panicking. And they're dead. Lux now hates me. You've incurred her fury and will likely face the consequences. Enemy spree join battle with less panic. Battle card. More bleeding. Yes. Battle upgrades. Apply 4 defense and gain a combo. Apply 1 impair. Expend an ambush. Nice. Victory medal. Makeshift dagger. Apply 1 wound. 50% chance to destroy the cup. Starting to get a reputation for violence. Killer. Made quick work of the bandits, which is nice, because there's nothing else about this job. Because nothing else about this job was handled that neatly. Fortunately, you're able to find your way out by retracing your steps. You always had a good memory for mazes. Alright. Your cavern is all cleared out. Hope the researchers don't mind a few bodies in there. Hey, they just asked me to make it safe. Besides, it's gotta be dirty work rooting up the place. If you're happy, I'm happy. Well, let's not go too crazy, but I'm satisfied at least. 238 shillings, 30 metal, take a reward. Have to take the negotiation, though, because... Random friendly argument gains 2 resolve at the beginning of your turn. I like that one anyway. Done with you for the day. Keep your head down out there. Word is you've made some enemies. Why have you got it out with Cascio? I'm an officer of the law. Why else? Just making your definition of the law is personally motivated. Well, fine. You asked. It's not just my superiors who take her bribes. My parents do, too. Your parents are in business with Cascio? They got into contract trading to gain more clout with the local oozers. But Cascio has a way of bending gravity around it. My parents are up to their eye stalks in it. So you're trying to set them free? Nothing so doting, believe me. I just want to pull the rug out from under it. Because clearly the message didn't get through the first time. What's the deal with your folks anyway? They're entitled oozers. You know the sort. They came of age when the seas were fruitful, overfished, and now wonder why their brood can't catch a measly anchovies. Huh. I suppose your parents were laborers? Must have been nice. They knew what they were setting you up for. Nothing good. Well, they tried to strike, demanded fair pay, proper treatment, and then they died. And you're here taking nothing for granted except what you can take for yourself. The self-sufficiency looks good on you. What about that Nadan guy? Maybe I could arrange a truce? Unless you think he'd betray us to Cascio. Oh, not bogging lightly. If there's anyone Nadan hates more than me, it's Cascio. His interest in getting her is legit. But if he can get a knife between my eye stalks at the same time, that'd be his lucky day. What's Cascio to him, a rival? He was her protege once, until she decided she didn't want to cut him into the profits anymore. At least for a while he was a legitimate businessman as far as the law goes. The law, the only thing that matters. You and I both know it's just slavery by a different name. When you run out of debts to broker, you make new ones. Burn down a business, ransack a caravan, and suddenly you got yourself a contract for free labor. Sure, Cascio even writes in children as collateral. Didn't realize you were actually against debt broker. It feels a little bit too much like how Kradeshi parents treat their brood. An amphibious species with large matrilineal families, typically found in positions of wealth and influence. These people. I like arresting scumbags. If someone does something illegal because they're desperate, it takes the fun out of it. Just a bit. If everyone's equal, then my job only gets better. With an interrogation like this, you might have missed your calling in the Admiralty. Alright, we'll call it there. For now. So let's see. Your friend along me has a healing thing, or treat your pet. Grooming or training your pet. Real. What happens when I train the pet, I wonder. You arrive at a clearing in the woods that isn't too overgrown with wild brush. A gasket takes off to roll around. Cute. Play with Gasset. Restore 10 resolve and fully heal. Increases health and damage. Will also help you in negotiations once trained. Really. Put together an impromptu obstacle course from branches and dead trees, leading to a dummy made from putrid pulp. Up and over. That's right. Low to the ground now. Real quick. Now, sick. Grr. Gasket's max health increased by 10. Base damage increased. Sweet. So now it is a trained Lumicide. That's pretty neat. Shh, looks worried. You'd be worried too if your bar was full. Alright, shh. We have a problem. Some of the supplies I need to finish this up are contraband. I see where this is going, but I don't know how to stop it from
getting there. You want to be gently shook from your slumber by a new assassin? I need you to head down to the docks and grease the wheels, else I'll never get this done. Is this really necessary? Psh, we've done alright so far. Sure, if you don't count last night. I'm alive, aren't I? Might not have gone that way. Might have gone very different. Did you get your friends in the Admiralty to help you with this? Calling in favors for any old problem is exactly how you run out of favors to call in. Besides, with the auction getting closer, I don't exactly know who my friends are. Winds change, opportunities knock, heads roll. Guess I'm headed to the docks then. Feel free to take my bouncer with you. It might take some convincing. Hey there, Koff. She said you might be able to help me. Did she now? You're her employee, right? So you do jobs for in exchange she pays you? This would be another one of those times. And I have a very specific understanding of what is or isn't my job. Make it worth my while and we can talk. Think big picture, Koff. Imagine how much this would improve your life. This should be good. Go on. What is that thing? I'll vouch for you, sir. Alright, he's already taken damage. So now I have a trained pet. Every turn, and doesn't get destroyed after the first turn anymore. That's nice. So boop. Boop. Get that block going. Draw a card. Oh. If I'd done that in a different order, I would have been able to play that too, but oh well. At least I didn't kill my thing yet. What is this? Dominance. Alright, I get that for free. Because of that one thing. Might as well play that. We'll get rid of this. And we'll play this. Nice! Got one of my expensive cards out of there for free. Double edge. Whenever Koff deals damage, they get composure equal to resolve lost. No resolve is lost. Koff takes 3 damage. So I want to full block all of his shit because then he ad-lib. He will now damage himself. Got him. Overbear. Attack a random argument once for each opponent argument. Okay. Segue. Draw 1 card. Return the next card you play this turn to your draw pile. Tactical Mind. Draw 1 extra card at the start of your turn. Nah, I don't need that. Alright, what does this got? Initial Rapport. Gain 2 influence to apply 3 composure to an ambush. Oh, I would start with it every time. Let's do that just so I can have it every time. That seems better. And some metal. We get that stuff for then the bar is safe. The bar is safe for your job. A little bit of effort now for a whole lot less effort later. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Well, I gotta say, too much of my job these days involves keeping your scrawny butt safe. Must be very hard for you. Whatever, lead the way. You convinced Koff to work for free. Let's go to the market real quick. Let's see, I can upgrade gasket. You improve gasket? Yeah, I think I can. Leaves her behind a curtain. You try not to listen as it gets to work. Finally, they emerge. Gasket looks healthy, if a bit wary. Here you go, better than new. Nice. Squiggles and Meatloaf and now cards. I don't want any of those. Add more graph slots. Ow. And... Ow. Okay, there. The end of every turn, gain 1 counter for every 3 defense. The start of each battle, discard 2 cards and draw them any new cards. Nah. Okay. I just wanted the slots because I could. I should have healed after that, damn it. It's dark when you arrive. The dock should be closed with a shimmer with activity. Long before you spot why. A ship from the Rolock is moored in the harbor. Now there's quarantine in place. Guards on duty approve. Ain't you Ulo's little plaything? The hunter she keeps on a soft leash? Is that the way she described it? Dock's closed, Grifter, even if Ulo says. We got a Rolock shipment. I bet you hate to be the one to test his quarantine. Well, let's talk our way through. Ulo's no dummy, and I'm not a child. She trusts me for a reason. You don't like it? Shove off. Keep that thing leashed, right? Alright, let's see here. What are they doing? Abuse of power. At start, set planted evidence if one does not already exist. Let's do that. And then we can do this into that. And then I can do that. And then I can block. Yeah. Alright, alright. Smooth turn, let's go. Now I just have to protect the planted evidence with my life. And get rid of this thing. I'll get it out there, plus I'll get to level it up, so... It won't kill the pet stack argument. Okay. Now... I just gotta mess them up. Just gain more influence for now. Alright. Yeah, let's go. Some more influence rolling. Gain composure. Put Bulldoze on the field because why not? Play this card somewhere. And I win. Nope. Alright, what does this have? Initial airtight. Whenever you play a diplomacy card, apply 2 composure to a random argument. Expend ambush. Oh, I would start with it. Or I can make it cheaper. Let's make it cheaper. I don't necessarily need it. I'm a hunter, I can take care of myself, and this is a waste of all our time. You know what? Fine. Go on through. With any luck, you'll break out in putrid warts. Then I'll be laughing. Ugh. Oh, not. Make your way onto the deck of the Rolock ship. Come across an Admiralty officer neck deep in a debate with a Jake Stevedore. The glint of a small box catches your eye from a pile of contraband. You recognize it as the goods fish use. Don't care what schedule you're on, that ship stays in quarantine. Other ships to unload. What am I supposed to tell the Hessians? That they should delay the auction because their goods are held up? Let more ships in, and that's exactly how infection spreads. Or are you too much of an ignoramus to follow? You figure it's a good time to break in. What are you doing here, Grifter? This is a secure area. Got a side deal with Flynn to get the package. Offer to attack the Admiralty. Convince them to end the quarantine. Grab the package and make a break for it. Listen, Ferdinand. Listen, Ferdinand? Ferdinand, you gotta think clearly here. The auction's in 2 days. You think I don't know that? Keep that beast away from me. Only one way this can go. You can trust Sal. Big damage, let's go. And and 2 more damage. Let's do this one. That was a good play. I liked that play. I'll bury you in paper. Okay, so paper pusher. Insert 2 baffled cards into Sal's draw pile at the beginning of Ferdinand's turn. I don't like that card. And this is the one that's attacking. I gotta get rid of that too. I got all those actions and then I didn't get to do anything. Oh, the baffleds. I gotta get rid of that. I'm gonna play this for free. Well, for 1 less anyway. Alright, I got rid of it though, that's fine. Took some damage. Oh no, did I take damage or did that go into the block? I think that went into the block actually. Still fine. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm blocking all 3 damage. So I can afford to spend the influence for 6 more damage. Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's see. I gotta spend an influence. I gotta block for this. There we go. I need to stack my influence back up. I actually spent too much. Ah, here we go. Influence. Alright. And that should be the win right there. Well, it's definitely the win if I just play this card now. Boom. It's a good block. But I'm gonna pick up the AoE block because I do end up putting a lot of arguments on the field. You haven't even let the Rolock ship dock yet, so just keep it out there till you hear from the skipper. In the meantime, let the Hessian ships come and go as they please. Quarantine's preserved, and so is your sanity. Disorderly, but with the auction in 2 days, I suppose it can't be helped. Fine, Innit. The quarantine is lifted. But if that Rolock ship drifts even an inch, I want it to be told immediately. Ferdinand wanders off to sound out. Thanks for that, Grifter. My jaw was starting to ache from all that chin banging. Almost make it when you hear a gurgling from across the bow. A hogging beast heaves itself out of the water, shaking off droplets that sizzle on contact. And it rushes to your side, looking suitably slack-jawed. My doc! No! No! I'll die first before you ruin me, you Rolockian nightmare! The slobbering aberration Shroog. You charge. Alright, we got a pretty stacked little fight here. I'm missing a lot of HP for this. Quitter will run away if the Shroog is killed. Hungry. Speed attack heals it for 9 health. Ooh. Gain 1 power whenever an ally dies. So I don't want to I want to try not to kill them all apparently. Alright. Oh, I got lucky and hit it. Oh, I should have started with that. Oh, the Twitch chat is dead. That's unfortunate. I can plug that in.
Oh, hey, they can heal me? Oh, sweet. That was huge. Oh, the AoEs. Alright, let's see. Apply bleed. Apply wound. Apply more bleed. Apply more bleed. 15 damage, let's go. Got a pretty good rushdown deck going on. Gain 2 power. This is a really strong card. I look forward to having that. I don't want to hit all enemies this time. Sure. I'm not using Spearhead, so we can discard that. Footwork ended up being useless, unfortunately. Team is full. Okay, so you can only have 4 people. That's good to know. Now it's enraged. Great. Woo! Gasket's getting some damage output though. I don't have. Oh, I know I do have some damage. I can block, and then I can stab, and then I can throw out this. And then I can get some more combo. I could have blocked for somebody else. I'm stupid. I should have blocked for Gasket. Alright. Here we go. Makeshift dagger. Makeshift dagger again. Stab. Let's go. And we win. Yeah. Sino Trainer. Discard a card, double the damage on a random card in your hand this turn. That's an interesting one. Whenever you apply bleed, heal 1. I mean, I apply bleed constantly. Let's do that. Calling in all favors. Double your influence, gain 3 vulnerability. No thanks. Decline. Battle upgrades available. Faint. Apply 4 defense, remove a random debuff. I like that. Fight dirty. Alright. Sal's daggers. Insert gouge or vertical slash. Nice. Stab. The stab of clarity. Well, guess that deck's getting smaller now. Victory medal, but we can replace it with the Shroog Fang, which is a decent little card. Ugh, does anyone's blood get on you? Someone said something about warts. Hate to say it, but that switch had a point. Imagine that thing running loose in Murder Bay. Speaking of, you're not supposed to be here, Hunter. What was it you wanted? Oh, just that package there. That all? Here, take it. Better push off before the reinforcements arrive. Good idea. See you around. Hopefully work free. Let's go see the metal vendor real quick. You always here, only when you are, technically speaking. But there are a lot of yous going on. Huh? Never mind, you're here to progress, not solve riddles. Do I have 6 now. Or impair. Let's do this one. That one sounds fun. Spend metal. Also do that. That seems useful. Alright. Interesting. Let's take it back to Oh. How much chills? 30? Yeah, I can do that. This guy will like me. Gain 4 resolve. And I'll just pay him off. Yeah, sure. Boom. Now my pet has even more HP. Here it is. Just 1 box of pure contraband. Just make sure to wash your hands after plugging it. Wash my hands? Why? Don't worry about it. It's probably fine. You'd look good with a few extra warts anyway. You're a good kid, Sal. Now go on, get some rest. I'll get to work on this bar. Disables the alarm long enough for you to slip through the curtain. Home at last. Your bed calls to you. Moonlight cuts through the window like the glint of a knife, as if you don't get enough of that during the day. Full health. Full resolve. This guy now loves me. This person now hates me. Alright. Something about the sunlight here feels murky and thick, like a sludge tide. There's no use sleeping in. You've only just got back in the Griftlands, and already you've made yourself an enemy too powerful to ignore. Nothing for it but to forge ahead. Hope you can make some allies to match. Come out of your room in the morning. Looks noticeably uncomfortable. Hey, Sal, you have a visitor. Huh? Well, this is where you lay your head, is it? You recommend anything on the menu? Hello, what brings you here? Didn't think you'd want to slum it with me here at the garage. Why not? Especially after I heard you were running an errand for me last night down at the docks. Well, I don't recall asking you to run an errand. About that. Ha, it's fine. You have your reasons. Besides, give it a few more days and I'll be name-dropping you. Is that why you came? To make sure I wasn't being naughty? Got an opportunity for you. A big one. I can't talk too much about it here. Besides, the clandestine ending has been fun. Come talk to me tonight when you're done with your other affairs. Do this one last thing for me and I'll get you into the office. So tomorrow's the big day, isn't it? Better get ready for it. I've got a couple more jobs you can do to prepare. Find me when the sun goes down and I'll tell you what you need to know. Final pieces. Pick a job. You haven't heard much about Tark, but you're pretty sure you saw his name carved into a table at the Dragon. Someone else's name was carved under it, and then gouged out. Even bandits get the blues. Let's... There we go. What would he give? At the beginning of the turn, take damage equal to the count of bleed, and then have bleed. Oh, what's one bleed? Oh, he'd be really good to have love me. Oh well. Next time. So, challenging quest. Silence a rival. Cash is offering your money to lay a beat down to Tark. Just be careful not to take it too far. The guy I just made like me? But what do I get for it? Lots of money and a graft. I only get to remove a card from the other one. They're both just as hard. Like, this is a 4-star battle. Nah, let's do it. I wish I hadn't drank with him now. Serious figure approaches. Greetings. Look like you use an edge. Got 2 already. I don't Oh. You're referring to your blades, while I'm referring to specially imported battle goods from the roll-off. You interested? A bile grenade. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage, increase the damage of this card by 3. Hits all enemies. So I can keep taking hits from it to let it charge up. And that's real strong. That's suspiciously cheap. What's the deal? Let me take the deal or leave it. My reasons are mine. I'm gonna buy it. Use it responsibly? Probably not. Oh, I could have done this one too. Oh, damn. Not too late. I picked the hard one. What cards do you have? Things that I can't afford anymore. Alright, what's the job? You hiring? I'm looking for work. What? No, I don't got... Hey, wait, you're muscle, right? You like to bring the hurt for those that ask for it? Whether or not I like it doesn't always factor. Sometimes it just is what it is. Yeah, you make chaos. That's all I need. I want you to rough up Tark. In exchange, I'll pay you. Sound like a deal? I'm supposed to beat him up but not kill him. Sure. Normally I like to know why I'm roughing him up. Need a reason? Why? You gonna play judge, jury, and execution? That's not what I hired you for. Do the job or don't get paid. So, do you want Tark killed? No, not this time. But thanks for clarifying. Yeesh. Hey, he loves me. Unfortunately, that does me no good right now. Well, here we go. Sorry, champ. This ain't personal, but I've been hired to make your life happen. What? You're joking, right? Who'd want that? Client confidentiality. Just close your eyes up real tight, and I promise it'll be over quick. And now he went straight to dislike. Damn. I wasted that drink. He looks kind of scary, actually, Captain Tark. Gains 3 counter when attacked and 1 power at the start of battle. Ooh. Let's get him alone first. This guy's gotta go. I could have hit them both. I fucked up. There we go. And turn. I've been cleaved. What does that mean? Bleed cards no longer expend. Okay. Damn. Alright, here we go. Big hits. Oh, he bled to death. Boom. Oh, I also had my flourish that I could have used. Oh my god, stop hitting my dog. Oh my god. Damn. He's gonna surrender. That's fine. So my dog just ran off. Does that mean I lose my pet? Okay, accept surrender. Gasket left the party. No, all that money I spent on the pets.
No! Yeah, card deck's big enough. Upgrade this. More damage, good. Starting to get a reputation for violence. While this card is in your hand, hostility cards deal 1 bonus damage, and clumsy cards deal 1 less damage. Oh. But I can destroy it. Good, because I need to get rid of that. That's not good for my deck. Pull up short before your beating takes a turn for the fate. Why are you even doing this? Job's a job. Anyway, that's all I was asked to do. Well, my advice, higher protection. Relieve Tark to nurse's wounds and confuse you alike. That sucks. I lost my pet. Can I get one of the robot dogs now? I don't even have the money to buy the robot dog anymore. That's horrible. I upgraded it. I trained it. Got what you wanted, and Tark's got the scars to prove it. Really? That's all it took? Next time I want to make someone's life hell, all I gotta do is pay for it. There are no consequences. Should have done that a lot sooner. Here's your pay. What's Tark do to deserve it anyway? Huh? Deserve it? Where's the fun in that? Better if they don't even know what they did wrong. Thanks for your services, Sal. Gain 5 metal. Cash now likes me. Okay, I still have... Alright, so whenever you play 3 manipulate cards in a row, deal 4 damage to a random argument. All attacks gain +1 to minimum damage, up to their maximum damage. Whenever you discard a card, apply 1 rune to a random enemy. I discard cards occasionally. Let's do that one. So your friend Shell is in trouble. You have a chance to save her before it's too late. Oh, well, let's save her so she'll love me. Find Shell under Tark's heel, looking 1 blow away from the worst day of her life. God damn it. God damn it, Tark. Sal? Nothing to do with you, Grifter. Stay out of it. Well, Tark's fucking terrifying. He already made me lose a dog. Let's, get this going, shall we? Okay. Have the flourish for when I need it. Let's get rid of that. Lots of little attacks. Kingpin. Intent gains 1 bonus number each stack of influence owned by... Oh, that's real bad for me. Alright. Oh, I could have just flourished and saved myself 14 damage. Nice, I got airtight out for free. Well, this is going poorly for me. I should have used the flourish. I'm about to take a lot of damage and just all my stuff. I lost almost everything there. That really sucked. I don't
actually want to draw the card. Alright. No, damn it. There goes my other buff. This guy's rough, man. Holy shit. Just get rid of all of it. Can't deal with it. Taking too many hits. Okay. Damn, man. Kind of like this one. That one's good. Ends up being useful. If you have any influence, deal an additional 3 damage. Yeah, let's keep it going to sparing. This thing can upgrade. Gain 1 action and draw a card at the start of your turn. All hostility cards do. Nice. 1 more negotiation, and I'll level up this one, too. You step off now and be content with the beating you gave her. Otherwise, fine. But remember this, Shell. Remember I would have killed you without a second thought. Tark stalks off into the shadows. You help Shell to her feet. Thanks, Sal. You actually saved my skin there. Least I could do. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. Shell loves you! I can now negotiate for greater quest rewards. Nice. See Gasket cowering by the side of the road. Gasket, is that you? Gasket recognizes you. Yeah, come back, Gasket. Come here, you. Arf! Gasket joins your side once again. You vow to take better care of her this time. Oh, it's a girl. I knew that. Thank God. Ah, there you are. Ready to change the course of history, my best and shiniest hunter? Ulo's expression is unusually stormy. Alright, Ulo, you look like you found the gristle. Just a bad idea percolating. But hey, you're the perfect agent for all my bad ideas. How'd you like to go after the second biggest bounty in Murder Bay? Second biggest, huh? Might be good practice for you. It's about that spree bigwig. Duh. Got it in 1. Intel says he's been personally attacking all our caravans, escorting holy relics for the auction. Well, I have 1 caravan left, and it makes sense to guard the honey with my sharpest stinger. Especially if the stinger's yours. Battery doesn't pay the bills, Ulo, but it does keep the lights on. I must capture Nadal. You do this job and you'll get into that auction with VIP treatment if I have my way. But remember, I want Nadan captured, not killed. He's worth far more to my career alive. Seems like he'd be hard to kill anyway. Go get an Oshnu from Koki and then take it on the merchant route. It'll look just like the other caravan. Make sure word gets back to the spree and maybe hint that this caravan's my personal favorite. Nadan won't be able to resist. What were the caravans transporting? Relics for the cult, mostly. You know the Admiralty's trying to get the Hessians on side for the annex. We had offerings we were transporting. Best security in the bay, you figure. The Down must have figured the blow would sting twice as hard on our coffers and our authority. Pretty sure he knew I was overseeing it too, which would be just the meringue on the sea slug for it. Is that meant to be delicious? It's a Havarian delicacy, Slick.
Best enjoy it alongside a dish of cold, spiteful revenge. You do this job and I'll treat you to it. You think Nadan would make this personal? Oh, most definitely. He hates me. All because I maybe might have blown him up once. Right, so he is hard to kill then. What happened? I got a tip that Casio was moving slurry into Murder Bay. An addictive and illegal substance. We caught up, but the bandits fought back hard. Took out half my squad all over some measly contraband. I figured if the goods were destroyed, they might cut their losses and run. Sounds like giving up. Sounds like surviving to regroup, you mean. Only problem was, they weren't carting slurry, it was explosives. Killed all the bandits except Nadan, and Casio, because it turns out she wasn't even there. And Casio might have been the one to feed me the intel. So it was a mistake blowing him up? The only mistake was I didn't blow his whole head off. Sloppy. But you get him, then tomorrow you get Casio. Then we'll be sitting pretty. I feel like I need to heal first. Cakes. Alright, we're done here. I can just share drinks with people. No, nobody I can hire. The meat market's already closed. Well, find the alleyway that Ulo indicated and someone you take for coke. Ulo sent me to pick up an Oshu. You don't keep them here, do you? Over here. Cookie pulls a tarp off of what looks like a nondescript pile of refuse, revealing a drowsy Oshnu, the snail that blinks its eye stalks at you. Walk. Aw, hey, slimy girl. You want walkies? Huh? Walk. So this one's a lazy so-and-so. Better off as noodles, if you ask me. Not sure what the Admiralty wants with it. She's a she and she's beautiful. Not my Oshnu, not my snail race hunter. Tell Ulo she owes me the next pedigree that goes lame. What, on my own? I don't know, this majestic creature's antenna from its love dart. Ulo was under the impression you'd come with me. What is that thing? On the house. Gain 2 composure whenever you play a manipulate card. Let's see, we're gonna gain this. Then we're gonna draw a card. Then I'm gonna have to block all this freaking damage. Ooh, every time I block, he's gonna get blocked. That's gonna suck. Get that going. Do this damage. Do some more damage. Get some composure to block that damage. Do even more damage. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but you aren't right. Oh, he's making me drunk. No. Well, at least I got that out of the deck. I'm gonna take 4 damage here, though. That sucks. Need to get my influence stacks up. Oh, and here's this. There we go. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Let's see here. Let's change a meaningful glance with Koki. That'll save me damage, I guess, but damn. He took my pet down.
try harder to convince Koki of that. He's making me drunk again! Can I win here? I think I can. Yeah, there we go. Nah, I don't need any of that. Pocket Bomb, though, is done. Boosted Pocket Bomb. Whenever you shuffle, deal 4 damage. Nice. Metal and health. Ulo has plans to take good care of all the regimental Oshnums. If you want a pedigree to go lame, you'll want to be a better ally to the Admiralty. Shh, you kidding me? Next thing you know, they're just going to keep him around for ceremonies. Waste of good meat, if you ask me. Fine, lead the way, Grifter. Alright, so we filled up the party. Time to move on. Everything's full. Find the ambush location of the Ulo marked on your map. Oh, this is cozy. The Oshnu's good and moist. That keeps it happy. What are we doing out here anyway? Just act natural. It's not long before you hear the crunch of feet through the underbrush. You pretend not to notice. They finally emerge from the tree line. It's with confidence, blades drawn. Here it is, boss. Another gift from your old friend Ulo. Oh, it's Targ again. You don't look like Admiralty. Did they finally wise up and stop sending their own on the suicide route? Something like that. You're Nadan, right? I mean, with a face like that, I can't imagine who else you'd be. Jonah Hex? Nadan as you wear it. He raises his hands and Tark stops approaching the other. Might want to hold back, though. It's clear this ain't like the other characters. Afraid not. You're under arrest, Nadan. I've got orders to bring you in alive, so I'd appreciate it if you play nice. I'd hate to do to your backside what was done to your face. Tark, kill the hunter. And her slimy little friend, too. Nice, nice. Mind if I take them off your corpse? Yes, please. I would love to convince Tark to walk away. Nadan's coming with me. I don't have to kill you first, but I will if you stand in my way. Love that look on everyone's face. Wop wop! Alright, so. Heckler. So we can get rid of Nadan pretty easily. It's just 9 HP. Target. Oh, but then he's gone. Okay. So let's see what we got. Damn, all my freaking passives were in the same turn. That was a hell of a hit that I just took, too. Ugh. Block all of that stuff. Let's see here. Pale Evil Eye. Get rid of that. Play this. Oh, not non sequitur. No. Ooh, this guy might beat me. He's beat me up real good. Okay, get rid of this. Block for that. There we go. More block on it. That was what I needed there. I was flustered. Let's do more damage here. I actually shouldn't have done that. Damn. Well, this is gonna get fucking wrecked, isn't it? That'll keep it alive. Maybe I should have just used my fucking flourish there. No, it's fine, because it wasn't gonna die. There we go. Let's see. One less for each influence. That's the perfect card for me. Let's take it. I can't take up arms against yourselves. But you better do this right or I'm dead. Spreegoons melt into the shadows, leaving the dad alone. Oh, that was impressive. I'm afraid Tar can't get long from this world once I'm done with you. Let's see if you fight as good as your weasel word. Oh god, he looks terrifying. Oh my god, all the 1 stars. Well, here we go. Hope my buddies. You're on my turn, Grifter. Oh no, he's summoning shit. Alright, I've got 4 points. I can play the whole hand, okay. So let's see. Attack a random enemy and apply 1. Good. Oh good, they all counter for him when I hit him. Let's get him alone. Okay, that one's gone. Get the bleeding going. Ow, with the counters. I need to play the flourish next turn. Power boost, screech. Alright, let's see. I forgot to do that thing I was gonna do. No, don't punch my snail. These fucking gauntlets don't work. Oh, that was it? Alright. So can I get any more bleed? I might be able to get some bleed from here. Aha! Alright, sorry about that. Let's see here. So, we apply bleed. And then we put on some more bleed. And do 14 damage. Let's go ahead and block for my bartender friend here. He's glued. Boom, let's go. Getting power. Alright, that person's running away. That's good. Throw that first. Let's go. +5 ammo. Ah, bleed card. Gross. Oh, wait, I should end here because I don't want to kill him. Alright, I got him. Nice. Battle card. Gain 1 combo for every card in your hand. Double the panic meter of all fighters. Let's take this one, just because it'll work with footwork, and it also isn't terrible. Let's see. I don't need any of those. Heal 1. Nice. Attack 2 random enemies and apply wound. Even better. Restore resolve. Alright, Grifter, I'm beat. You gotta come quietly now? Sure, I'm a reasonable man. I'll cooperate. After all, it's a long way back to headquarters. Nadon hates you. Now enemies regain 2 power. Lame. It's a venom in his glance that leaves you wondering if maybe the hard part's still to come. Before you leave, Koki turns. I'm done. You tell Ulo I'm not for hire. The next time she sends a grifter, they better have a pedigree in hand. And I'm taking my Ashnu back. Koki leads the Ashnu back in the direction of the shop. Goodbye, my slimy friend. Well, this is probably going to go badly, isn't it? Yep. The Don makes the journey as difficult as possible and laces it with vague threats. But when it's clear there's nobody coming to rescue him, his mood shifts. He sulks for a time, but eventually he breaks the silence open like a fresh egg. Got nerve, Hunter. Gonna be content to stay in Murder Bay working for a lead pusher like Ulo? She doesn't have the gumption to lift you to the heights you really want. Actually, she's getting me exactly where I want to be, at Casio's throat. You're after Casio? Huh. You should have come to me, Hunter. I could have made it real. You want powerful people who owe you a favor? You want powerful people who owe you a favor. After Casio, then what? So let me go. Tell Ulo I got away. And I would do that because I got know-how in this noggin worth more than any Hessian relic. If you want it, it's yours. Nah. Nope, believe it or not, my word means more than just a paycheck. I mistook you for shrewd. Guess you're just another schmuck after all. Falls back into sullen silence for the remainder of the track. Oh, so I could have made him not hate me. But now Ulo loves me. Take it in, Ulo. I, Sal, have captured the second deadliest criminal in Murder Bay. It only resulted in maybe a few. Oh, this is good. When was the last time I saw that beautiful face of yours, Nadal? You must be parched with all that walking and your face all full of holes. How about we get you a nice long drink of water, and then maybe you and I can have a chat. Ulo gestures for Dadan to be taken away. I take it you're satisfied? You did good, Sal. Better than most of my own have done. Tomorrow's the auction. Get a good rest tonight, because it's a big day for us both. Ulo loves me. All friendly arguments gain defense. Nice. What do you do with him now that you got him? Standard interrogation. Find out what he was up to, what his feelers found out. Maybe I'll even be able to learn something about Casio. The two were a unit once. He must have something up his sleeve we can exploit. I didn't take him for much of a talker. With that hole in his face, it's literally impossible for his lips to be sealed. So tomorrow's the big day. You still good for your end of the bargain? Sal, please. A deal's a deal. I certainly don't see any advantage in cheating you now. Proving yourself an ally better kept happy. Besides, you deserve your shot, and I plan to level your scope. Now I have a prisoner to interrogate, and you need sleep. I'll be having you work security, so show up looking presentable. I'll get you through the door. See, I've got 204. Is there anything left I want to buy? Let's see. Negotiation draft. Whenever you draw 5 or more cards off your initial hand, in a single turn gain a fate.
Draw 1 extra card per turn. Those aren't worth the money. Well, I don't want to sell Gasket. Pup and Gelling. Any cards worth looking at? Evasion. Dodge next hit. No. No, nothing really worth buying here. What about... Do I have a negotiation card that I don't want in my deck? Not... Well... I could get rid of Killer. It doesn't really work for me. And I don't know what else to do with the money, so... Yeah. Because the dominance does me no good. I got rid of all my red cards. Any, like, grenades or something? Uh-oh. A spree bandit steps onto the path, arms at the ready. Pockets look heavy, friend. Let me lighten your load. Damn it, Tark! I really don't want to fuck fighting him again. I don't even have the money to give him. I'm a hunter. This can't be worth the risk. Keep that leashed, right? How many times do I have to argue with this man? I can't take the 10 damage right now. Okay, let's see here. Boom. Nice. Draw a card. 5 damage. 6 damage. Oh, that makes that amazing! Holy shit, I didn't even ever think of that. Get some bait out here. That'll at least block a little bit of the damage for me. Alright. There we go. Get some damage rolling around. I'm gonna take a hit here. Ugh. That's now defended. That's gonna need some more. Oh, that almost was real bad. Nice. All right. Take another one of those. So, cost 1 less for each influence you have. No, let's up the damage, because I can stack the influence. No longer expends. Let's take that. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have done the other one. Oh, wow. Let's do that.
I mean, have you seen my knife? I can show you my knife. That's... Oh, no, that's alright. I've seen plenty of knives. I'll look for trouble somewhere else. Tark slinks off, defeated. Oh wait, I forgot I was gonna go over here and see if there were any grenades I could buy. If I can afford this one at least, I guess I'll buy it. Right there, now I'm broke. Oh wait, I can go to the metal vendor too. I have 17 points to spend. Might as well get some upgrades. Wait, why did I come here? Alright, let's see. Those are expensive, holy crap. Let's just level up HP for now, because then I can also do that. There we go. Huzzah! Share a drink. And rest in. There were cards I could buy. Your bed calls to you. Dreams of wealth and influence keep you warm through the night. Health is full. Resolve is full. 2 new people love me. 2 new people like me. Tark dislikes me again. And he now hates me. Which buffs all the spree people. Which is unfortunate, but whatever. Auctions today. Psh, has been waiting for you. Ulo just sent word. The auction has started. She said to meet her right away. This is it. No turning back now. What do you think you're going to do with your share of the bounty? Got into this booby trapping hobby. Hobby? Yeah, it's kind of satisfying building with monsters. Each one a little bit better than the last. How many have you done? You know, I think I lost count. That's bad. At least we don't have to worry about things getting too boring. These cashews out of the way. I don't want to sound full of myself, but me crashing the auction will probably mess up the annex. Got a feeling on that one way or the other? Nah, whatever happens, we'll do what we always do. We get by. That we do. I haven't messed up your bar too bad these past few days. It's Murder Bay. Brawls break out no matter who's at the center. The stool over there is broken at least 3 times. Don't know how many more repairs it's got. If you want to buy me a new stool, I won't say no. But then it wouldn't match the others. I'd need a whole set. They don't match now. Sure they do. They're all broken. Be off then. See you on the other side. Be careful, Sal. Stop bothering me. Hey, you want to come with me again? Nope. Well, here we go. Thank God my pet came back. I was going to be real upset. There you are. I was a little worried you might be bleeding out in an alley. But after what you've survived, I'd have to find that hard to believe. That's cute, Ulo. Didn't know you'd come to care. You're fungal like that. Here's your badge. Ulo hand you a badge so shiny it leaves an after. You're on guard duty, and your shift starts now. Handle the door for a few hours, and then once the auction starts, I'll get someone to relieve you. No doubt Casio will arrive fashionably late, so you'll still have time to get the jump on. Aye aye, Ulo. Ulo wants you to play bouncer before the auction starts. Yeah, I'm ready. Anything I should know before I get started? One thing, yeah. Mostly you just need to check papers, make sure everyone's on the guest list, except for someone named Pow. Aw, but Pow likes me. Fortunately, she's gonna have an accident before she can make her way inside, if you can understand my meaning. But this isn't some criminal or debt dodger, so your hunter rights don't apply. Get her away from any witnesses, or heck, I don't know, make it look like self-defense. Then the witnesses work in your favor. You look apprehensive, something wrong? Nope, it's just my resting face, constantly apprehensive. Well, this is the last task. Get this done and all our debts are settled. Heck, I might even owe you. You start your shift. We process person after person, doing searches, checking documents, generally being a pain in the arse. Finally, your mark arrives. Well, hey Sal, imagine meeting you here. Didn't expect to find you working this kind of gig. Hope that means you can get into the auction afterwards. I'll buy you a drink for old time's sake. Oh, jeez. Check to make sure the other guards can't overhear you and drop your voice to where you're not. Hey pal, you gotta get out of here. Someone wants you dead and they've hired me to do it. But just because I won't doesn't mean don't have a backup plan. You walk in there, you might end up dead. Yeah, maybe, but not if you're watching my back. But I'm not giving up the auction just because someone's got it out for me. I'm going in there. You come find me and we'll take care of it. Yeah? But hey, thanks for the warning. You really are a pal. Heal 3 health whenever you win a negotiation. Well. Fortunately, I gotta check your bag for me. Oh, here? For everyone to see? No worries, friend. We can take it inside, away from the crowd. God damn it, I'm gonna have to kill someone that loves me? Now I just feel terrible. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, she just wrecked me. That was all of my combo. Just gone in a flash. These things are destroying me. Holy shit. Thank god they rolled horribly. I hope that's enough. No, another buff gone. Oh, not the tentacles again. Woo! Stupid tentacles almost destroyed me. And X costs. Attack once for each action available. Made your point. Put the damn gun away. I can get up to a lot of actions, but no. All of these are red. None of these are what I want. Now, it gains 3 resolve. Nice. Metal. Thanks for the discretion, Sal. Of course, everything in my bag is totally legal. Just some of it might give less understanding folks the wrong idea. Tile follows you from your post outside the door into a darkened room, clearly unsuspected. They good-naturedly put their satchel up the table for you to inspect. Have a look. There's nothing too illegal in there, I should take. Stay quiet, and I'll make this quick. I lost the grace of hash. No. No. Start with this. Then this. And then this. And then this. And then I block. And I'm going to save the grenade. Lumen Kunai. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage per attack card played this turn. Ooh. Let's see. Bleach doesn't have any bleed, right? Not using Spearhead. And there goes the person I love. That loved me, rather. Switchblade. Add a copy of this card to your discard. Spend 2 combo. Draw a card. So you just start drawing Switchblades. Cyno Trainer could be really strong. Or I could just get more bleeding. Let's just throw some more bleeding into the deck. Battle Darts. Or Lumen Darts. While this is in your hand, deal 2 damage to randomly whenever you draw a card. Alright. Pow is dead. You stuff the body behind some crates, straighten your clothes, and go back outside. Can't help but feel a sense of pride for a job well done. When Ulo returns from relief, she has a hint of a satisfied smile tugging at her coat. Well done, Sal. Consider this the end of your contract. You do good work, so I'm honestly sorry to see you go. Here, take this for your trouble. It's not a present for your favorite crew. You know it. It's a requisition chit. Requisition chit. We get a stack from the Cult of Hash whenever the Admiralty's playing. Use it to exchange for 1 item on the block. You know, in pursuit of you. Well, isn't that a nice surprise? They do happen occasionally. So with this chit, I can take anything on the block? That's right, they're incredibly valuable, so be thankful I like it. You can also just buy things, too, but the auction's pretty flashy. You can draw attention to yourself if you do. Right, which would make it harder to catch Casio by surprise. Alright. What about you? What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to watch, obviously, and ready my backup. Backup plan? We helped each other because we both want Casio taken out, remember? I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. Which I guess is the same as saying I half expect you to get cracked, and hurt and offended, etc. So does this mean your officers will step up to my side when the fighting's there? Sure, the ones that Casio doesn't already have nice and cozy in her pocket. But I've gathered a few loyal officers to help me keep them under control while you do your thing. Where will you be? With them, but if you need me, just say the word. Made things mighty interesting since you got to Murder Bay. It'd be a shame to see you leave it so quickly. So if this all goes well, the cult will agree to let the Admiralty annex Murder Bay? Oh, I guess, but that's above my pay grade. Murder Bay is one thing, that's Admiralty territory, so it may as well be officially Deltrian. It can't just be about the debt market. What does Deltry care about laborers across the sea? Not a fig, and the cult knows it too. So all this, it's just for show. The cult's playing the long game, and they'll go whichever way they want, bribes be damned. Ugh. Talking politics always makes my tongue feel good. This is over, I'll treat you to a bottle to kiss it better. Hey, no matter how this turns out, thank you. A lot of people would write off a Nick Derrick, even Hutcher's there. No need for this mushy stuff there, Sal. When I first hired you, I figured you'd either do the job or be good candidates. You delivered, so dying would be one hell of a waste. Passed through the door and are confronted by both the stink of incense and the inner guard. Hold it, Grifter. This auction is invitation only. Working for Ulo, I've got an extremely shiny badge to show for it, too. Oh, I heard about you. A weird move, but these are weird times. Nice of you to say the times are weird, not Ulo herself. I did not say. Go on in. I want to have a look at the auction items before you go up on the block. Ulo says I'm allowed to take one. It's a big ass, Sal. You got any room? Just a little requisition kit. Legit and everything. Step right up, huh? Which one will you be taking? Blast Chamber. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Battlecraft. These are all really strong. Summon a combat drone to fight for you. Apply 8 bleed, destroy. Apply 2 wound. I'll get the combat drone. Fine. You got a post? Here to back up the guard. Not sure why Ulo thinks we can't handle this ourselves, but I suppose the annex is close enough. Let the items pass you by. You're in this for an even bigger prize. It isn't long before you're rewarded. You get so used to the same few oiled elbows making their beds that new movement at the edge of the room draws your attention. It's Cascio, looking none the wiser that you might be in the crowd. She's confident her friends part to socialize with the crowd, leaving Cassio's back into it. Now's your chance. You pass through the shadows like a thread, weaving your way to Cassio's side. No sudden movements. Your blade presses gently into her side, just below her wrist. Can't even count as high as the number of reasons I got for wanting you dead, but I'll still turn you in alive. I knew a grubbly little bogling like you would grow up too greedy for your own good. I hate you enough to almost fall for that, but ain't nobody greedier than you, Cassio. You sold out your wit, your friends, heck, even me. I bet my contact didn't even go for that high a price. You could have made more off me as your apprentice, but I bet looking at my face just made you hate your freedom a little too much. Seems you're not the only action on the floor. Admiralty guards pour in from the door, roughly accosting some merchants, who, judging by the scars, are anything but. You've been in enough brawls to know what's about to go down, says Cassie. She thrusts her elbow into the crook of your blade arm, throwing you off balance. By the time you recover, she's got her weapon drawn. Kill Cassie. Cannot run from this fight. The lights go out. You hear the shouts, bangs inside of the great Lubin tank under the stage ring. Emergency lighting comes back on, revealing a ruined auction hall. Well, Derek. Call on Ulo to attack all enemies. Alright. Let's do this. Does a little bit of damage, alright. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then it will throw this at them for 13 more damage. Well, now she's got a power glaive! And she has 4 counter. She's throwing knives because of that one thing. So if you draw it first, that's interesting. Okay. We have a combat draw. It's Quitter. Oh. Immune to bleed and wound, piercing attacks 2 double. Well, we're gonna block. I might as well do this. And I guess I'll put on some more bleed. And then I'm gonna take a hell of a hit here. Ow. Ow. Exposed. I don't like that. There we go, more damage. More damage. Oh, they have counter again. I'm taking some damage here. Yeah. This is bad. I just died. I lost at the final fight because I forgot to throw that stupid grenade. That stupid bile grenade killed me. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna have to do the whole thing again now. Well. That was the final boss, and I died. I can't believe I threw. Well, that was Griftlands, ladies and gentlemen. I will probably be on playing this again at some point. But for now, I'll see y'all next time.